Alrighty. Let's go live and tell all our buddies over on Discord that we are live for the gaming today. Live for the gaming? Live for gaming? Man, my brain's not working today. The stream is live for a few hours today. I am hoping to progress a Duelist, Scion, and Witch to Katava, Act 10, hopefully. And, of course, chatting and helping with PoBs. All right. Test, test. Okay, sound looks like it's working. So that's good news. All right, we tell all our friends over on Discord. Make sure that we give it the bald thumbs up. And bada boom, away we go. All right. Hey, welcome, Patrick. Good to see you today. Let's get things started off with the Scion, shall we? My hands aren't quite so cold today. That's good news. Okay, what was I doing with the Scion? Oh, that's right. We were using Exsanguinate. Okay, there's a way... Okay, what did I drop that could go with Exsanguinate? Was there anything that I had? I don't think so. I said once I get up to what? Level... Was it 28? I'm at level 28. 38. 38 is where we're going to do Cast While Channeling. What else are we going to do? Cast While Channeling. Then maybe Detonate Dead. I'm also going to need to create corpses. Is Cremation or Desecrate better for Detonate Dead nowadays? Hey, welcome, Nicholas. I'm doing okay, Nicholas. I and my whole family have had colds over the weekend. We've gotten some kind of nasty cold. Actually, it's not nasty. It's just a cold. I shouldn't even say it's nasty. We've just got colds. So we've all got headaches. Our noses are running much more than the rest of our bodies are, thankfully, in some regards. Okay, so that's how I'm doing, Nicholas. Love to hear how you're doing over the weekend. We're going Exsanguinate, Chain plus Cruelty if you want the dot. That's right. That's right. Now, Chain goes at level 38 as well, though. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see which setup is better. I might actually leave the Cast While Channeling setup for another character, even. I've got my Duelist up to level 18 or so. So my Duelist is in Act 2. You can see it next to my slightly bearded face. We've got the Witch to Act 9 that I was going to progress and kill Katava with, hopefully, today. And then the Scion is in Act 3, and then the Champion way down there is in Act 2. So I'm hoping to complete one character today, and then maybe push a little bit further. Maybe I could even get the Shadow. The Shadow I'm a little nervous about. But that's another thing. Okay, so this is this character. We're doing Corrupting Fever, Exsanguinate. I think I've got all the gear on that I could possibly equip. That's decent. Right. Do I have a better helmet? This helmet's... It's probably giving me needed intelligence or something, right? No, it's just giving me 2 resists. I actually don't have that many helmets. Well, any good helmets that I'm wearing, it's probably on another character. Yeah. Yeah, it's on another character, probably. Okay, let's go out there. What do we got? We got the ribbon spool, so I got to go do the 2 temples. That's right. Spell Echo will also work. Okay. Spell Echo is also going to be what? Level 30? Something? Something or other? Oh, goodness. Man, I forgot about this. I forgot that I take damage with this setup when I use Corrupting Fever. It's good damage on whites, though. Decent damage on yellows. What is my resistances at the moment? 73, 56, 65. Ooh, I am not capped. That is something of a concern. I should probably get capped at this point. Oh yeah, that's giving me a little bit of cold resistance, but that's it. I should swap that ring off. I definitely should swap my rings off. What else should I do here? Ring, belt. Belt's giving me some cold resist, but I've used this belt on all of my characters, but it's not very good. It just gives me 1 resist. So I probably need to update, and upgrade. Reverse Alva should be normal league mechanic. What's that? What? What? What is Reverse Alba? That sounds kind of fun. Reverse Alva. Oh, full drop Orb of Alchemy. Okay, let's go. There we go. That's a way to get your juices flowing in the morning. Atlas, Alva's memory reverses the thing. Okay, interesting. So monsters spawn in your map instead of you going into the temple. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be interesting. Do the temple. It's like a strongbox or breach. There you go. Yeah, I could get behind it. Too much hot weather here in Buenos Aires for me. I need a nice swimming pool. Oh, man, that does sound good. I just got my Cyclone skill in Ruthless. Time to spin to win, says Kim. Awesome. There you go, Kim. Hopefully you've got the gear to make it work out. My champion on my spin to win character, it did not feel that great. That's all I'm going to say. It did not feel that great. The life gain on hit was probably the coolest thing that I realized that I learned from playing that character. Like, okay, you can get a lot of life gain on hit. That's kind of cool. But beyond that, that was about the coolest thing that character experienced. Or that character featured. Okay, am I walking out or am I going deeper? I can't ever figure that out. I'm probably walking out. No. I think these guys are walking in deeper, right? I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Whew, one of the most annoying things about having a cold is just that your brain doesn't quite work right. And mine already, as well as many of you well know, doesn't work that great anyway. So. Yeah, I think this is on my way out. This feels like a long way out. But that's okay, we'll eventually... Oh, nope, there we go. Temple 2. Hey, welcome, Zeko. Good to see you today. What are the plans for the Duelist now? The plans are that I'm leveling... Believe it or not, I'm going to show that Duelist off here in a little bit. I'm getting warmed up just by playing the Scion. You will be shocked. I don't think anybody in chat will guess what I've leveled that character with, and I will show you. He's actually leveled pretty fast. With a skill that I have never used before as a leveling skill. And I was pleasantly surprised, that's what I'll say. Pleasantly surprised with the damage. And the clear quality of life on the character. But we'll take a look at him in a bit. At the moment, getting my hands warmed and my brain back into PoE mode. Alright, they're all cursed, so they all should be taking lots of damage. There we go. Lots of damage. I guess I've got my elemental resist flask, so... I guess I'm capped when that's active? Yeah, I'm capped when it's active. So that's something? Oof. My fizz resists are probably awful, though. Genuinely atrocious. Ooh, a light brigantine. Give me that. It's evasion and armor, I think. Alright, so basically, can one-shot the ribbons. Probably three-shot statues? Yeah. Alright, here's waypoint to level 2. Let's go talk to Diala. Icicle Mine? Nope, not Icicle Mine. That is one that I... Have I used Icicle Mine? I think I had... Didn't I have an Icicle Miner? Or maybe Icicle Mine was the one that everybody told me was OP and I didn't play it. That sounds about right. Ah, nothing on it. Bummer. Okay. Let's go back to town. The damage ain't there yet, but I'm sure it will come at some point. Oh boy, Kim. That's what my champion kept saying. Well, you know, this doesn't feel like it does that much, but I'm sure at some point it'll get better. Oh boy. Oh boy, I need to create just like a straight up. Okay, I'm gonna create an amulet tab. That's what I'm gonna do here. Creating an amulet tab. I should have done that from League Start. Just have a ring tab and an amulet tab. It's not like I'm not have enough tabs. Amulets, and then let's turn this into rings. There we go. There we go. All right, ta-da! More amulets. Speaking of amulets, and speaking of rings, let's try and solve something here with these rings. What am I low on for resistances? I'm low on cold and lightning. Okay. All right, what was I doing over here? I think I was coming up to grab something over here, right? Physical damage? I got to come look at the PoBs again. Oh boy, where was it? Alright, looking for Exsanguinate on Ascendance. Oh my goodness. Oh, of course, this guy's got a Cold Iron Point. Look at this guy's build. Cold Iron Point, Devouring Diadem, Rise of the Phoenix. I mean, he is playing Trade League. Also, String of Servitude. Look at how good. Okay, but he's got both of these little middle inside wheels. This is basically just a left and right tree. Oh, you come down here? Vanquisher. Crush enemies, which lowers their physical damage reduction. Okay. And then this is just generic increased damage. Okay. And this is more defenses. Alright. So we can come up through here. We can come over here. Where else is there damage? This is all defensive nodes. I guess there's more damage over here. This is more life. I kind of like getting that. Gain enemy on life on kill. Huh. I also kind of want some more damage, though. Wait, Exsanguinate costs life, right? So the Mastery, 40% increased physical damage with skills that cost life. Wouldn't that be good? Hey, what's up, Raptor? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, 40% increased damage with skills that cost life. That seems like a no-brainer. Cobra? Nope, not Cobra, Cal said. Puncture? Nope, it's not Puncture, Patrick. I was thinking about it, but that is not what I'm using. You guys will never guess the skill that my Duelist has used to get to Act 2. Should I run Lava Lake? I ripped one character to the Katava there already, but now I'm kind of out of uncompleted maps except for Lava Lake. Ooh. If it's got safe mods and you're feeling confident, then go for it. If not, I don't know. It's huge, that Mastery. Yeah, 40% increased damage is a lot, right? This is 15. Well, that's a damage multiplier. This is 5% multiplier. That's 12%, 14%, 25%. So basically, 2 of these nodes would equal 1 of this. So I'm going to do this. 40% increased damage right there. I'm going to take that right away. 2 guys walked into a bar. The third one ducked. Hey, it's the dad joke of the day. It's the dad joke. The dad joke of the day. It's the dad joke. Dad joke of the day. All right, so fire resistance is looking okay. Well, most okay. Out of all of the un-okay things that we've got. Oh, that's got life and cold and lightning. Not great rolls, though. Not great rolls at all. See, this is part of the problem of me leveling all of my different characters all at the same time. Those are two decent rings. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's see what happens with that. All right, 75, 62, 75. 70, 69, 75, 75. If I could get an intelligence amulet that had cold resist, that had fire resist, and nothing. Do I have any all resistances? Oh, that's +6 to all resistances, but it's no int. Then I can't use this awesome flat amount of fire damage to spells. It's going to take a lot, I think, to replace that wand. Right? Because we were looking before last week at the physical wand that I have. And it was not better. It was just not better than just having a wand that does a bunch of added flat to spells. Oh, look at that. Triple rolls on damage. Interesting. Yeah, see, this has got a bigger damage over time multiplier. And it's got good increased spell damage. But I'm pretty sure when we looked at it... Where's my POB? Let's pull up POB. Let's go back. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be as good. How many narcissists does it take to screw in a light bulb? Just one. They hold the light bulb and the whole world rotates around them. That one's pretty good. I've not heard that one before. Alright, let's come grab Scion Draconis. Here we go. Import, import. Alright, Corrupting Fever, Exsanguinate. Alright, look at Exsanguinate's damage. Total combined DPS is 509 right now. If I were to create the Wrath Call weapon, let's take a look. Tests. Alright, if I create the test weapon, add to build, and I swap to it, I go from 509 down to 423. And that's with an increased damage over time multiplier. I'll run the Lava Lake. I had so many in the stash. I had a safe one available. There you go. Go get it done. Oh, man. That's just a bummer. That's probably the only wand that would be an upgrade at this point. Is this physical damage over time multiplier. Which you would think 17 to damage over time to dot multi. That would be pretty good, is what you'd think, right? That's what I'd think, at least. But no bueno. It's got life and spell damage. It's also got fire damage. But this has got 9 all resists that we're using. Okay, let's throw the amulet in here. Let's throw the rings in here. I'm going to start getting really messy with my stashes now. What about my belts? This is only cold resistance. If I had a fire resistance one? Resistance, let's see. Lightning, chaos, fire. It's trading 9 cold resist for... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll be fine. I'm just going to say I'm going to be fine, and we'll pretend that it's fine. Alright, so now I need to go over here and go to the docks. Are you sure it scales with dot and not spell? Exsanguinate? I don't know. You guys got to tell me. You guys are the Exsanguinate experts, not me. I'm just the poor pleb. I'm just the guy who streams for your pleasure and who potentially loses his characters and loses his mind. So that way we all can have a fun time. I don't actually know anything about Exsanguinate. This is literally my entire play experience of Exsanguinate right here. Those of you that have watched all last week and this week, you have watched the entirety of my theory crafting with Exsanguinate. Which it seems to me that the dot, where is it? It seems to me that the dot is what you want to scale, right? It's a damage over time debuff to enemies. Modifiers to spell damage apply to this skill's damage over time effect. Right? Reading the gem explains the gem. I mean, that's all I've done. That's all I've done. Oh man, that's a cold dab. That's a very, very cold dab. I genuinely think, I genuinely would think, in a lot of builds, getting damage over time multiplier like is the way to go. So that, I think that's just why it's interesting. That just adding a little bit of flat, maybe it's because I don't have enough physical already scaled into the build. Like maybe once we have a good amount of physical damage scaled into the build, that it'll feel better. But I don't know. We'll find out. Only time will tell. Only time will reveal. Oh, that's a bummer. We lost our good Rampage. See, even just one shot, it doesn't quite kill a white pack. But like 2 or 3 shots does, so. Ooh. Oh, Summon Phantasm support. Okay, let's go. So that is another support gem that we can turn in, right? Because we're probably not going to use that. Probably not going to use that on any of our characters from here on out. But that's good. We found our first support gem. What are we? We're 20 minutes in today. We've already got a support gem to drop for us. Somebody on YouTube said that they had made it. Somebody dropped me a comment that they had made it to Act 4, I think, and they had not yet dropped a support gem. Felt bad for them. That's pretty rough. I think on average we're getting basically 1 support gem per act. It's probably what it averages out to be. I also dropped on my champion a Arcane Surge support. So that was really good. And that's actually going to be helpful for my champion's build as well. At least it is for right now. But my skill that I'm using right now, or the skill that I was using to level through Act 1, I was not able to take advantage of arcane support with that. Uh-oh, I'm pulling kind of a lot here. Magic pack and crit resistant. Oh, who cares? I don't crit. All right, we got 2 rares here. Ooh. Man, these guys are no joke. Am I hitting this guy? I think I am. I should have a decoy totem on this character. That's what this character is missing. Decoy totem. Oh, he's got life regen, that's why. That's obnoxious. Maybe it scales better with spell damage. Well, in that case, then my like 50 plus spell damage scepter should make Exsanguinate scale a little bit better, right?
I've become a walking nightmare.
I am a walking nightmare. Alright, so we got this one. Let's get this one now. And then we'll come in and get this one. Relentless. What else am I going to get? I think I might have to tinker with the tree a little bit as well. Like, I might have to go and grab some more, like, physical, just generic physical damage nodes, but maybe not. There's a lot of them kind of on the left-hand side of the tree. Is he not cursed? There we go. There are kind of a lot of physical nodes on the right-hand side of the tree. Fizz, yeah. See, there's a lot over here. Some of them are specialized, though, right? This is physical with specific weapons and stuff. Yeah. That's Fizz to Ellie. It's on the top left side by the Templar. I don't think I'll travel all the way up there. I'm close to done with Act 3, and I found 1 support gem, and that is increased critical damage support. Hey, it's something.
You had death. Goodbye, not a cockroach.
Goodbye, not a cockroach. Okay, let's go. Do I have enough support gems to turn in? That is a good question. Let's find out. Alright, I've got 1 here. Summon Phantasm. I was going to use Infused Channeling with Cast While Channeling. Blasphemy is still usable as well. Hex Touch is also very usable. I think this is our first blue that we might not use, so maybe that one's like gonna get ready to turn in. Modifiers to spell damage apply to exsanguinities dot 1-to-1, so a 30% spell damage is 30% dot increase. Oh wow. Okay, so that's why just the increased spell damage or flat fire damage to spells is actually going to be better right now than the percentage dot multi. That makes sense. I managed to complete the lava lake. Hey, way to go, Zeko. At least you didn't die, right? I got pretty much no damage due to determination, but holy heck, those rares are tanky. They're about as tanky as Kitava. There were 4 of them. Yeah, I say this every single Kitava run. It's the Heralds of the Feast. It's not Kitava's Heralds, right? What are they called? Or are they called Champions? They're called Champions of the Feast. Those are the guys that are the spooky guys that come out. Oh, I need to go to the blockage. Those are the guys that are super duper tanky, super duper scary. It's the guys that come out when Kitava's heart is exposed. Those guys are super tanky, and they do a good amount of damage as well. So I should just go for like as many generic spell modifiers as possible. Is that what I'm hearing, Mouthfeel? Doesn't even have to be physical. Just generic spell stuff. Do I want to kill Gravicius? Can I kill Gravicius? I only have 69 fire resistance. I might not be able to kill him, actually. If I'm being honest about it. Let's actually get another level or 2. Let's do that. Rampage feels so good when it actually goes off. Let's go get the waypoint for the gardens, and then we'll maybe come back and kill Gravicius and kill Piety. That sounds like a little bit of a plan. Maybe I'll have a level or 2 at that point. Oh, I could also go do Siosa as well to give me some more gems, because I might need that for my next character, for my champion. I do like how this chains. I gotta say, when this chains, it feels good. Like when there's a high density pack around, Exsanguinate does feel good. Doesn't feel so great on the single target, but it does feel good on the clear. Alright, level up vulnerability. What should I use as vulnerability? Maybe I use a brand? Ooh, what's my fizz? 57? Okay, we're above 50%, so that feels good then. Maybe I use a brand as a Hex Touch support to apply vulnerability. At least that way it jumps around and hits multiple things, potentially. I could use Ball Lightning as well. Or is Ball Lightning not so good anymore to apply curse hits? I don't remember. Maybe not so good. See, we do some okay damage. The rares are a little bit spooky. We're doing okay-ish damage here. There we go. Oh, and he's fire and ignite resistant. Oh my goodness. What is that damage? What is that attack he does? Die, dude. There we go. Basically, you want to scale gem levels, fizz to spells, and spell damage. Basically like playing a KB Wander. Makes sense. Oh man, I can get frozen in here. Hopefully we won't, though. We're going to stay mobile. Stay mobile for the most part, except when I'm locked into place, you know. It still kind of reminds me of Arc. It reminds me of a physical Arc. You totally called that when you said that. It's just like physical Arc. It's like, yeah, it kind of is. With the chain and the proccing, and it does feel a little bit like that. Well, hopefully everybody else had a good weekend. Despite the fact that my family and I were not feeling well, we did have some good times, made some new memories together, so that was good. Every weekend that we get to do that is a good weekend. Whoop. Am I going to be dead here? Nope. Thank goodness for Rampage. Oh, full drop Orb of Alteration. Alright. Let's go. I should probably curse this guy, huh? That'll help since he's got 1,000,000 endurance charges. The fact that the skill chains makes it so that way it meets one of my requirements, which is I don't have to be perfectly accurate with it. As long as I hit something with it, the skill will help do some of the extra work there for me. Let's speak again soon. He's such a gentleman, Siosa. Alright, these guys are hasted, but now they're all dead. Vitality levels up. Vitality's running. Do I want any of that stuff? I don't think so at this point. The Quartz Wand, maybe. Right? Because what the heck? It's got some spell damage on it. Maybe I could roll a fizz roll. Maybe a +1 to all physical spell gems, you know. Our daughter had a vaccination on Saturday and was not very happy for the rest of the weekend. Yikes. She probably was up for a lot of snuggles, probably not up for much game time. Not up for much play time. Yeah. That'll happen. That was one of the reasons why we actually, on some of our kids, we spread out their shots, and on some of our kids, we just said, just get them all done with at once. Like, if the kid's going to be miserable about getting shots, just get them all done. But then for others of our kids, it was like, well, if we spread them out, maybe that'll help a little bit. Maybe it won't be quite such a trying day if it's just 1 or 2 shots. Some of my kids really hate getting shots, like, of all kinds. Like, they're just, no shots. And then others of my kids are just absolute troopers. And it doesn't matter on their age. It doesn't matter if they're boy or girl. Just some of my kids really don't care about getting shots, and some of them do. I'm sure there's something that we did in some way that contributed to that, but I can't pinpoint what it is. Does Exsanguinate shock? Like, if I put a whole bunch of lightning damage onto Exsanguinate, could I shock and then get a big bonus? I don't think I'm asking this question right. I'm thinking of the dot, right? If something's shocked, it doesn't take more dot damage, does it? Shock only applies to hits, right? I need to go look that up. Is this chaos? Oh no, it's chaos resistant. Because shock is a generic modifier to increase damage taken, right? Oh goodness. Oh, nice chrome. I've got so many chromes. I think I'm getting close to like 50 chromes. The weekend was really good. Dropped 2 Amanuma's Gaze. Oh, nice. That is a really good weekend. Holy moly. The shot wasn't bad, but the day after was a lot of crying and whining. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're just sore afterwards, right? Little ones are sore, and when little ones are sore, it's like, oh, man. I'll never forget a buddy from G3 who once said, when he first started having kids, he said, you know, sometimes babies are crying, and it sounds like they're crying like they're going through the worst possible thing they've ever experienced. And it's because they're little kids, they're babies. And it really is actually the worst thing they've ever experienced. It's like, oh, that's some good perspective, actually. Never thought of it that way. Oh, these guys could be spooky. Yep, they're going to be spooky. Alright, 1 more page. 2 more pages. Oh, here's the unique guy. Trinian Intellectus Prime. You can prime this, buddy. There we go. Watch out for the freezing pulse, guys. It's guys are always dangerous if they stack up a freeze on you. Endurance, cold damage, and exposure when hit. Oh my goodness. Alright, find the last golden page. Let's go find it. You can come with me, bud. Come with me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come follow Ebion Slice. Come on. Are you coming? No? I thought we were going to have a relationship there, buddy. Well, these guys are not it. Alright, who's next? Shock is increased damage taken from all sources. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Mouthfeel. I thought it was a generic increased. So if it's increased, then if I could be consistently shocking stuff, that would be quite helpful for my damage. Yet again, proving that if I had a summon Skitterbots, it would be beneficial to the build. Is there a build? Somebody think of a build that doesn't benefit from summon Skitterbots. Because even like summoners benefit from it. Like even stuff that where it's like, well, I'm not the one doing damage. It doesn't matter. If Skitterbots are around and your minions are doing damage, Skitterbots still help them. Is there a build that in theory could not benefit from just having a small chill or a generic chill and shock effect? I should definitely do the increased charge duration if I'm going to be a meme about it. And have that. Okay, let's come up here and grab Discipline and Training next. One of Manamahu's gaze dropped from a Stygian totem, so jewels can drop from things other than the Lich. Oh, nice. Yes, they can, but they're generally a lower percentage chance. Most bow skills, since you're not in range. Oh, that's a fair point, Sonny. But even still, there are some bow skills, right, where it doesn't hurt to have a chill, effect around you, just in case. Okay. So we could go back to the library. Skills that don't hit and that mainly do bosses. But that's what I'm saying. Like, who doesn't benefit from having a chill effect around them? Like, or having a shock effect. Like, everything benefits from that. These don't stack, do they? No, they don't. That's a bummer. Alright, let's try and transmute this. Nope. No good. Alright, we'll throw it away. Eventually I gotta go fight Piety. If I increase skill effect duration, that would help this, wouldn't it? Alright, what level are we at? We're at 31. Oh, I can now use vicious projectiles. This is not a projectile. Yeah, it's chain. I need to be level 38. Oh, man. Oh, I can use fire pen. Oh, but this is not my fire pen with the quality on it. That's on my SRS character. All right. Any other guesses? Anybody else want to make any other guesses on what possibly I'm using to level up, or I used in Act 1 and Act 2 to level up my Duelist? It will shock you. It's not a skill that is deemed good, but that's why I was surprised by it. I equipped it and I was like, oh, this is clearing roughly the same as my Exsanguinate character. Maybe if you went like Scorching Ray or Righteous Fire, but I don't see them doing bosses really. Don't know if other skills don't hit. Yeah, maybe. Oh boy. Alright, so there's my dot. My dot is being applied. It's not doing that much to Gravicius, but it is being applied. I've even got Corrupting Fever on there. Yeah, it's doing almost no damage to Gravicius. He's just got too much armor, and he's got Molten Shell. Yeah. Maybe if I bring him along for a ride, I can pop Rampage. Come with me, Gravicius. Come for a ride as we clear this entire zone. There we go. Alright, we finally broken his energy shield. Captain, his energy shield is down. Hit him! Hit him now! Uh-oh, I'm getting stunned. Don't get chain stunned. That's a recipe for disaster. Oh no, he's regenerating! He's regenerating his energy shield, Captain. Oh gosh. Oh no, we lost our rampage! I don't think I'm killing him. Alright, can I stand here and tank Gravicius? I don't think this is a good idea. Probably not a good idea. Oh gosh. Alright, he's gonna chuck some fire at me. Okay, don't stand on the burning ground. Molten Shell. Oh. Oh. Don't let him regen. Don't let him regen. Alright, we're doing okay here. We're doing okay. Just keep him cursed. Keep shooting at him. Alright, there's the doorway. He's close. He's getting there. He's getting there. Come on, little dot. Do your work. Come on, little dot. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Down goes Gravicius. Whew. Feels good, baby. Poisonous Concoction scales on breakpoints. Yeah, the biggest boosts that I feel like about Poisonous Concoctions when I'm playing Poisonous Concoction is when I get upgraded life flasks during the campaign. That is without a doubt the single biggest feeling of growth in character damage. Ooh, this is going to be worth a lot of XP. So this is, I'm saying this is totally worth it. Even if it's not. This is a lot of XP right here. Obviously, if my character dies, it definitely wasn't worth it, but right now it's worth it. There we go. Alright, we picked up a Bronze Scepter. What do we get? Nope! It's a bummer. 3 to 9% on gem level? Oh, nice. I was going to say, I don't see many Poisonous Concoction builds that play as Poisonous Concoction very deep into maps. People generally run Poisonous Concoction as a skill, like, to be used while they're playing through the campaign, and that's about it. Like, once people get out of the campaign in early maps, it's primarily at that point even becomes a plague bringer build, right? It's a very good ability to use during the campaign, but after the campaign, generally I see people swapping off of it. And even people that league start it early on and talk about how strong it is, it's still strong in relationship to the campaign and to, like, leveling through the campaign and early into mapping. In league start scenarios, when you don't have options to switch to something else, it's not necessarily the strongest option after you've got other abilities you can use. Even if you think like Poisonous Concoction Pathfinder, a lot of the time it just becomes a Plague Bearer build. Where you're just doing Poison Prolif and primarily mapping. Which can be good in and of itself, right? That's not a bad build. It's just oftentimes how it goes. I'm not that over-leveled to the zone. I'm a little bit, but not that much. Scumscalp the Cunning. What a name. Do you think his mom or his dad picked that name out? Oh, neither one, you think, huh? I want to see how well it scales the poisons, since it would have been like 3 to 6 poison on hit. Oh, interesting. There you All right, let's do Relentless. That gives us some more increased generic physical damage. And then next level, we'll go grab 10% increased maximum life. That'll be quite the increase. Cole is chasing us. Let's just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. That's what makes your Scion live. Uh-oh. Do I hear him stomping? I hear him. I took a wrong turn. No, I guess he gave up. So over the weekend, one of the fun memories that my kids and I did create together was that the kids do sometimes watch me stream, as many of you know. And so one of the things that the kids were asking to do since last week was to get a lesson, to get coached by Daddy in Path of Exile. And so all three of my oldest kids wanted to take a turn learning to play Path of Exile. And so that was pretty cool to see that all of the kids wanted to do that. But the other thing that was cool was an in-game feature, which I didn't realize until yesterday, since I've been gone for so long, that was added, and it's been implemented quite well, is controller support in Path of Exile on PC. And I did not realize that. And so I was pleasantly surprised. Oh goodness, this guy actually hurts. I was pleasantly surprised by the controller support. So I was able to hand just a regular PC controller, USB controller port, to my 5-year-old, to my 11-year-old, and to my 7-year-old, and they were all able to take turns playing on Twilight Strand with a level 1 character. And all three of my children, all three of them were able to take down Hillock without Daddy's help. My 5-year-old, she has clearly been watching a lot of Bluey, which my wife actually commented. She said, that's kind of funny that she said that, because she hasn't been watching much Bluey over the last couple weeks. But Hillock killed her a couple of times on my 5-year-old. And my 5-year-old, she goes, I did not make them play hardcore, by the way, or play Ruthless. They all asked not to play Ruthless. They knew I liked to play Ruthless, so they were like, Dad, can you make it so that way it's a little bit easier? And so they did not play Ruthless mode. They played softcore standard. But my 5-year-old, when she got taken down by Hillock, it's the cutest, funniest thing that I've ever heard come out of her mouth. She dies to Hillock, and she's holding on to this controller, and she just goes, oh, that cheeky boss. And her little face was crumpled up into a little face of like revenge and a desire for true justice. She wanted to go back and get him. And so this little 5-year-old precious girl just going, oh, that cheeky boss. I'm going to get him. It was great. It was a wonderful moment over the weekend. Making new memories with the kids, even though we all weren't feeling that great. So we stayed indoors pretty much all weekend, rather than going out and about and doing all the things that we normally would do. That was a pretty fun memory. Oh, that cheeky boss. Oh, man. Dying to Hillock. It's pretty funny. Surely they played Ruthless Hardcore Solo Self-Found? No, I didn't make them do it. No. I put it on standard softcore. Now, what I didn't do is I didn't give them, unlimited access to all my characters. I was like, nope, you guys are making your own characters. You don't just get to take control of some level 95 character and think that you're awesome. No. You got to go in there and learn the game. If you want to learn the game, you got to learn the game. And they all said they wanted lessons. They all were like, well, we want to learn to play. I was like, okay, I can kind of show you the ropes a little bit. But we're going to start you out from the ground up. They were all excited when like an iron hat dropped or a chest piece dropped. They were like, oh, this is sweet. Look at my character. My character's actually wearing it now. They were really taken aback by that. So that was a pretty cool moment to share with the kids. And to see their expression as well. I did the thing that, everybody always does with new players in PoE. You show them the passive tree. And so showed them the passive tree. And my oldest son, his reaction to seeing the passive tree on his character, he was just like, what is this? I was like, these are all the options you can have for your character. And he kept comparing it to Minecraft Dungeons because that's the game that he oftentimes plays. And so he was just going, oh my, there's so many different choices that are here. There's so many more options than in Minecraft Dungeons. And I'm like, uh-huh, yep. This is a much deeper and more complex game. So, but they were excited with every item drop. They were picking everything up. And the controller support, again, I gotta say, it was pretty decent. I was surprised by how good the controller support was. Like, there are a couple of things that were nice. It auto levels gems, I noticed. And besides for auto leveling gems, like, it goes to the spot where you want it to go. Like when you level up, it's easy to access the passive tree. It's easy to access your inventory. Those were all nice features to see. Because that's going to be the most inconvenient thing, right? Playing on a controller is like, okay, there's so many different options that you can have in PoE. So many different buttons, so many different customizations, so many different menus to interact with. And so that was cool to see that they had a pretty decent system for interacting with all that stuff. With your passives and your inventory. And 30 years ago, I always asked my parents to play with me, but it never happened. This story makes me happy. Hey, you'll be able to show your daughter, you know? Hopefully. Hopefully you'll be able to play some games with your daughter and teach them. I think I shared that story with y'all on stream last week when my wife and I forget which child it was, but when we finally realized, like when the epiphany was like, oh, my kids don't know Ninja Turtles or don't know Star Wars or don't know Spider-Man or whatever that thing is, like getting to realize as a parent, like you get to be the one to share these things with your kids and teach them and show them and instruct them and help them see all these awesome things in this wonderful wonderful thing called life. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing. Raising an Orobot plus Mana Guardian plus MF Color, aren't you? Well, you know, between me and my 4 kids, there's 5 of us, so we make up. Mrs. Draconis can be the coach. And, you know, between Mrs. Draconis and the kids and me, we make up a basketball team. What else do we make up? We make up a League of Legends team. What else? What other 5-person stuff out there with a 6-person as a coach? We make up like a 5-a-side for soccer. Oh, she actually hurts. All right, where'd she go? There she is. Stay out of the way of ball lightning. See, I like that the chain is actually still proccing, right? Even though she was all the way across the screen, Exsanguinate was still proccing her. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. She's hitting pretty hard. But yeah, I would just encourage you, if you've got your kids, you know, play games that you feel are appropriate and they can handle. You know, not every kid can play every game. Not every kid's going to want to play every game, too. Like, if I would have said to my kids, hey, kids, come, I'm going to teach you Path of Exile, I don't know if they would have responded that positively. Like, come on, Dad, give me a break. Oh, this is just one of your games, Dad. But the fact that they were actually excited to come play it, that was pretty cool. And specifically that they asked for lessons. That's partly what made it so cute. Dad, can you give us lessons? We want some lessons in Path of Exile. I just should have made a recommendation for them to go watch Zizarian, right? Go watch Ziz, guys. Try to die less than he does. This is the Scion. Also, I showed one of my brothers this game, and he saw the passive tree and closed the game on PS4. Oh, that's a great story, Shane. Yes, this is the Scion, and that is funny. Oh, your brother. It's like, whoa, this is the passive tree? Yeah. Wait, you mean I can't just, like, collect the best set and have the best character? I mean, you can, but the best set is very subjective. Oh, I'm out. That can't happen. Okay. Here's Reap. Reap is good, right? That's the one that I was watching the video after your recommendations, Mouthfeel, between Reap and Exsanguinate. Here's Hex Blast. Soul Rend. Oh, there's Tectonic Slam. There's Tectonic Slam, guys. Tectonic Slam.
Why are you still standing there?
I'm not, sorry. Jeez, my goodness. Excuse me, lady. Okay, let's come grab Disciple, Discipline, and Training. That's going to give us almost 1,000 life before we go fight Domino. We'll probably hit level 34 before we hit Dominus. It's probably a level and a half. Oh, I can refund this passive as well. Refund this. That's good. Come up here and grab the life. Okay. What else do we need? I think we come over here and we grab, like, Vanquisher, and then from there on out, it's coming over into the left-hand side of the tree, or right-hand side of the tree. Reap for single target. Did you also give a PowerPoint presentation to your kids? Oh, man. I should have. I should have been like, okay, kids. Now, first off, what you want to do is we're gonna compare cold.builds, and we're gonna compare Twilight Strand. Actually, that sounds fun. That does sound kind of fun. Let's do a mock PowerPoint presentation on Twilight Strand and the different approaches to Twilight Strand and fighting Hillock. What do you think the minimum age would be for someone to have interest in playing PoE? I mean, my 5-year-old daughter, she wanted to play it. I've got an old Twitch clip somewhere around of my now 11-year-old when she was 5. She sat on my lap and killed Malachi on one of my overleveled summoners. They also really like fighting the Brine King. They call him the Crab. They like fighting the Crab King. So they like that, doing that. My daughter likes to try PoE once in a while too, but she and her husband prefer Destiny. That's okay. That's a game that they enjoy, you know? Don't iron soon. You all have a football team when they all grow up. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. If I ever had kids, they would not be allowed to leave my house unless they knew Marvel. Oh, there you go. Are you talking about Marvel Snap or just Marvel the Universe or Marvel the RPG? Marvel movies? Reap for single target? Okay. They asked for a lesson, so PowerPoint presentation is surely needed. I can tell them that they need to make sure that they like, subscribe, and ding the bell to be notified about future lessons just like this one. Oh, man. Okay, so we could go in and grab Reap. That's what it seems to be what you guys are saying. But this does damage to myself, right? And it does more damage. It costs 20% more life per blood charge. Like, I'm going to start killing myself here with this, folks. I think there's a fair amount of math in PoE, says Jeff, and I've heard new players say that they had to learn more things than they did in their entire time in high school just to be able to play PoE. If you want to learn about international trade and inflation and supply-demand dynamics and supply chain dynamics, and if you want to learn about, oh goodness, arbitrage, if you want to learn about trade ratios and exchange rates, like if you wanted to teach a college level economics 101 course, you could do it just telling your students go play Path of Exile in a trade environment. And you could have every assignment be attached to PoE. So in PoE 2 today, we are going to see which one of my kids will finish the X first. That sounds fun. I use Spellslinger, Reap plus Exsanguinate plus AoE support and stuff. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I don't have spell support. So I'm gonna leave that there for now, because I don't want to take Reap and then accidentally kill myself. I don't want to do that. I'm not interested in that. Okay. Let's swap over for a minute. Marvel Comics in general, they would have to tell me who Molecule Man is, who the Living Tribunal is, the X-Men and how they relate to the Civil Rights Movement, the works. There you go, man. All right, so let me swap over to my Duelist, and I will show you. I will show you my Duelist. So my Duelist at the moment is using Arcane Surge with Fireball, but I just swapped over to this setup. The setup that actually got me here is, or was, this plus, did I vendor the other thing? Where did I put my quiver? I probably threw it away. Yeah, I probably threw it away. Oh, that's sad. That makes me sad that I threw away my quiver. I had a quiver. It did nothing except give me a little bit of physical damage to attacks. Okay, so the other thing that I was using, so I was using a bow. And the active gems that I was using was Galvanic Arrow. Have you guys ever used this before? Galvanic Arrow. 50% of physical damage converted to lightning damage. 1 to 12 added lightning. Fires 2 additional arrows. Increases and reductions to projectile speed also apply to this skill's area of effect. I don't know if you guys have ever used this before, but I was pleasantly surprised at the damage that was on this thing. Oh, look at that. Life and cold resistance on a quiver? Holy moly. Thank you, Groost. That's fantastic. Okay, so this is what I was doing. All I was doing was running around shooting Galvanic Arrow. And it actually was decent. Not great. Not great. Not like, oh my gosh, secret OP. You guys need to know this before next league. Like, here's the hidden OP. This is the new thing. But it was good. Look at this. A couple shots and stuff is dead. Now, it's lightning damage, right? So it's got a chance to roll high. It's got a chance to roll low. But look at this. I'm actually destroying the martyrs before they explode. That's slightly different for me. Usually I get blown up by the martyrs. But decent damage. Now, not great single target, right? Not great single target. So I was using Burning Arrow on single target. But I was just surprised that, like, this skill actually... No supports. Just Galvanic Arrow. It actually can do some damage. And it was shocking to me. I looked at it and I was like, I've never used this before to level. What's this feel like to level? It's got a couple of arrows in it. It kind of hits everything in front of it, so it's got decent AoE. But it's not a channeling skill, right? It's not, oh, what is it? Lightning Tendrils, right? It's not Lightning Tendrils. It's not Bane. But it kind of has similar AoE to that. It doesn't have Pierce, but that's okay. It kind of hits everything that's in front of it. Also, because my bow has some added fire damage to it, it can ignite stuff. So I think that was helpful relatively early on as well. But I thought this was okay. It was an okay setup. It was an okay configuration. It got me all the way through Act 1. And this is how long I've played on it. 1 hour, 11 minutes. And I'm, what, about halfway through Act 2? Maybe? I was pretty impressed with it. Like, just staying mobile, staying shooting. Just keep shooting. Take a shot and move. You know, pretend like you're playing Dota. Pretend like you're playing League or something and you're an 80 carry. Take a last hit on something and then keep moving. Deny your opponent, just keep moving. The big thing on it early on was mana. I was spamming it a little bit too much. And I was just standing still in order to deal damage. Like, I was just standing like this. I was like, oh no! I was doing this a lot early on, and then I realized, no, I can just keep moving. And the damage on it and the distance on it is still good enough that stuff will travel with me, and I'll still be able to take stuff out. So I was pleasantly surprised with Galvanic Arrow. Not saying it's the best skill ever, but I was pleasantly surprised. So there you go. I don't have a tree that's set up for like projectile damage or added, you know, added attack damage or anything like that. Just a generic tree at the moment on the Duelist, which you guys are going to laugh once you're reminded, because remember, we've already talked about what the Duelist is going to be. But, yeah, it's pretty funny. So that's Galvanic Arrow. Here's the tree. This is all we got so far. Coming all the way around. Grabbing Melee Strike. Bravery. Art of the Gladiator coming up. And then eventually we're going to go over here towards the right. I used it a bit on my Glad before I had Split Arrow and Chain. Uses a lightning skill. The fact that this is good is shocking to me. How do War Cries feel on a bow build? Depends on the War Cry. Probably depends on your tree. Like if you're coming over and casting them instantly or not. Depends on what you're doing. It's about the same as melee. I believe that. I believe that. Alright, I need to swap this over. So I was using Fireball. I was using Fireball with Arcane Surge. That's the other thing that I was using. And that was working okay. I was somewhat happy with that as an option. I could do Folly. But here's the other thing that I was thinking. I was thinking what we could do is we could use Rage, right? Use Rage support and faster attacks because I've got that. Like that's 2 skills right away that I can be using if I actually wanted to make this a melee character. So that was another option for this character. To actually go with a, you know, melee something that does some damage. Which the last couple of melee characters have not done much. They've not been very good. Oh, put this back in our chaos setup. But I've got some low-level weapons, right? Where is it? Where's my low-level weapon? Don't I have an axe? Don't I have a one-handed axe somewhere? Yeah, here it is. Dread Arc. I've got Dread Arc, which will curse enemies with flammability on hit. Now, it's got a red, red, green. This is what I was thinking. Red, red, green. So go faster attacks. Go Rage support, and then do what on the active? I could do Heavy Strike. Could do Molten Strike. I was thinking about going and trying to pick up a Sunder. Here's Earth Shatterer. That requires level 19. I'm nearly there. Now, that requires me to do War Cries, right? So I don't have the War Cry yet. Don't do Molten Strike. Do Molten Strike. Cow sad mouth. You guys are great. One of you's like, don't do it. Do it. Did you see my message? Because I'm curious how you don't get so confused. Oh, Shane, sorry. I didn't see your message. Let me find it. Okay. Shane said, how do you remember all your characters and remember where going on the tree? I have 4 Sanctum characters, 1 time Ruthless, and 1 time Soul Self-Found Hearthcore, and I get confused. That's fair. That's fair. I wouldn't say that I never get confused. Those of you who have been around on the stream, you'll see me oftentimes be like, okay, what am I doing on this tree? Am I supposed to be going over here? Am I getting spell suppression or am I doing block? What are my elemental resistances like? Oh, should I be getting more movement speed? Wait, do I have movement speed boots? No, my movement speed boots are probably on my witch. And then you'll see me do something like this. Yeah, they're on my witch, right? And then I swap over to my witch. Oh, wait, they're not on my witch. Look, move speed boots. Oh, those are those move speed boots. And those are really good. Wow, those are really good boots. Maybe I should use those on my other character. Nah, the level requirement's probably too high. Okay, so these aren't the move speed boots I'm thinking of. Oh, you know what? The move speed boots I'm thinking of? It's actually on a character in Standard from all the way back during Delirium League. That's what I'm thinking of, yeah. Definitely didn't have the triple resistance onslaught boots drop for me in Hardcore Soul Self-Found Ruthless. Wait, so which character was it? Was it those boots that I was thinking of on my witch? Nah, it's probably on my Sabo. My Sabo's the one who probably has move speed boots. No, he doesn't have move speed boots, but he's got really, really good armor boots. Oh man, speaking of armor, building a character. Is this my character that's got armor on it? Oh, what's my defenses like? 50%. It's right around where I like to have my physical damage reduction at. So this is probably okay, but boy, as I level up, I'm probably going to need some more armor. What kind of armor do I need to be looking at? That's just a preview, Shane, okay? That's just a small snippet. That's just a snippet of what goes on in between the 4 inches of baldness. The 4 inches of baldness. That's oftentimes what's going on. Mostly put something in the name to remember what a character is. Yeah, that's fair. Molten Strike and Infernal Cry at level 24 sounds good. Do you have Perforate? I don't have Perforate. Anyone remember the Red-Green show? I loved the Red-Green show, Dave. I love the... Oh, man, what's the... It's time for us to say the man's code oath. I'm a man. I can change if I have to. Okay, all right, sit down. Oh, Uncle Red. Yeah, I love that show. Love that show. Molten Strike. Love Ground Slam. Okay. Be like me and name your character Bleed Some More Cow. Sometimes I do that. And some of my characters are named after something, right? Poisonous Concoction, Draconis. Big Draconis, that's Big Righteous Fire. Witch Draconis. In Standard, some of my old ones. Almost Dead Draconis, that was Cremation Chieftain, I think, character when I first made it. Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think this was a joke about Max Block. Dies a lot. I don't remember what that one originally was. Draconis Delirium. That was because the Delirium Aura Stacker Guardian was broken. Do you guys have phones, right? That was after the Diablo 4 announcement. You know, you guys have phones, right? That was that one. Goroshi Draconis was originally a character that was made specifically to use Oni Goroshi. Innocence's Golden Arse. I don't remember what that character was. Melee Draconis was a raider. That was my poisonous, my poison melee character. Viper Strike, I think is what that was. Anyway. All right, back over to the Duelist. Works until you respec. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Exactly. Was reminded when you said your axe has red, green gem slots. Oh, for red, green? Yeah, that's fair. That's funny. Okay, so active gems. So I'm nearly there to be able to use a couple of different things. Oh, I do have General's Cry. There you go. Got General's Cry. I do have an Ancestral War Chief, so that could be good. What else? Any other suggestions? I think... What about Sunder? Is Sunder just straight about out? How about your children's characters' names? Oh, did you guys see those? Okay, so my children's characters' names are... Where is it? First daughter, Draconis. Second daughter, Draconis. You'll notice that both of my daughters went for Scion characters. Oh, no, wait. One of them, she started going for a Scion, and then she decided to go Ranger. So one's a Ranger. One's a Scion, and then my oldest son went for a level Duelist. He went for the Duelist. He was thinking about going Marauder, but then he decided against it. He decided to go Duelist. He thought the Duelist was a bit more dashing. Iron, pick the skill with the best physical scaling for Rage. Oh. Now that's a good question. What's going to be the best physical scaling for Rage at this level? Also, what's the lowest level 4 length that I've got? Level 36? That might be it. Level 36. Oh, level 23 on a bow. Level 34 on a helm. But I think that might be it. Okay, so Rage support with faster attacks. We're going to be attacking very quickly. So Draconis' son could be a Norse family name. There you go. First daughter, mother of dragons, second of their name. I think probably wouldn't Perforate. Isn't Perforate or Sunder, aren't those two of the skills that hit best with fastest attacks? Perforate, though, it's got such low AoE. Also, it benefits a lot from Blood and Sand, right? Are spell builds generally better in Ruthless since they usually scale more with levels and gear? Yes, that's what I found. That is the general statement. Okay, where's Perforate? Okay, Perforate. Yeah, it does less damage in Blood Stance. Perforate hits the hardest. Also, any skill that does dot is just inherently an easier experience. Yeah. I think, Jeff, my own little tier list that I've got right here that I've played so far. The Hierophant Cold Dot, which the build diary is out. It's over on the channel. You can go watch it. That one by far has been the best. And then after that, the Juggernaut Righteous Fire, which that build diary will come out later this week. The Sabo Trapper has been good, and I think is tied with SRS Necro. And then after that, Raider Poisonous Concoction. But that's because I found a bunch of supports that work for that. Without those supports, Poisonous Concoction would not feel nearly as nice. And then my Scion is playing Exsanguinate, and my champion at the moment is messing around with Galvanic Arrow, Fireball, whatever. Sand Stance is an AoE, by the way. Yeah, but I think Sunder... Right, I think Sunder has a much larger area. I don't know. I want to try Sunder. I think I want to try Sunder. I think it feels a lot better as you're kiting stuff along. All right, so let's go try this. Let's go drop this off. There's not a Vol Sunder. Too bad. All right, here we go. Sunder with Dread Arc. And I'm going to use... I'm actually going to quality this all the way up. Look at me just spending currency on this character. Look at me. I'm a mad lad. All right, here goes Sunder. Here we go. Sunder is much slower. It probably is. You're probably right. Sunder is trash. I have a level 90 with it. I prefer Ground Slam. Oh, really? Is it that bad? That's not that bad. That's not bad. Also, it's one-shotting things. But that's probably because of my weapon. Are you just saying you prefer Ground Slam because of the AoE? Because it probably hits more, right? Whereas, see, this hits longer. This hits in a longer direction. There's Vol Earthquake. Earthquake requires level 32, though. They changed Sunder since you last played? Oh, boy. Alright, let's look and see. I'm gaining some rage here. We're gaining some rage. Oh, gosh. Don't die off the explosions. I'm stunning her. No? No, not quite. But that's good. Oh man, imagine if I put on the Rampage gloves instead of Sadima's touch. Oh man, we're gonna be attacking so fast. There won't be enough monsters. We won't be able to keep Rampage up. We'll actually have like a zoomy build here. Chris will see our build and delete it. We gotta be careful. I don't want to let out our secret build of playing Sunder with rage support and having Rampage. All right, where's the Weaver's Nest? Over here? Oh gosh, what if I die? That wouldn't be funny. What if I just one-shot things? That sounds great. No, this is going okay. This is going okay here. This feels a lot better than what it did. I think this is just weapon and level of the zone. I think that's all this is. Maybe it's also being on a 3-link. The faster attacks doesn't feel like it's doing that much. But maybe it is. Maybe we can go in there and just wreck the Weaver with this. I kind of want to see. Also, we should have a good amount of rage that's built up by the time we get to Weaver. Once we're in her zone. Right? Because there's a lot of stuff to hit. Sunder's great for clear, just not good for a single target normally. Okay. Low level is amazing, but when you get to Act 8 or 10, it falls off. Okay. Well, maybe I'll swap skills at that point. I mean, if something can carry me that far with this build, like, I'm very happy with that. I'd rather not have to, like... Oh, I've also got the strike range, but this isn't a strike, right? This is a slam. Yeah, it's a slam skill. At level 28, we'll get Ancestral Totem. My plan for this character, I can't believe you guys don't remember how ridiculous the plan for this character is, though. The plan for this character was we wanted to try Bane out. So we were going to do like a Bane Curse champion, like a fortified, souped up Bane Chaos character. That's what we were going to try out. Because we wanted to try out, hey, how good does it feel to have multiple curses that are available to you? Okay, here we go. Magic pack, rare pack. Boom. It's already almost dead. Look at that. That feels good. That feels good. But that's what we were going to try out with the champion. So that's what I'm doing with the tree. The tree is gradually making its way towards the top. Towards like chaos damage and towards curse stuff. I understand it's not going to be optimal. I get it. Normally we wouldn't be doing it on a champion. Normally you'd be doing it on a witch. But I want to give it a shot before I'm done with my Ruthless challenge. So, and if my witch character actually kills, you know, Kitava, then that's that. You know, I'm done with the witch. So, your flammability on hit is going to have some fire damage, so it'll be amazing. Yeah, Dread Arc is carrying me, no doubt. At least for a little bit of this. This actually feels quite good in terms of damage. We've got 24, 25 rage.
I believe I could give the great Tereso a run for his money now.
All right, well we'll test that out in a bit here, buddy. I've also got a decoy totem. Look at that! Look at that! All right, decoy totem back up. Woo-wee! Down goes the Weaver, already phased. Look at that. That feels good. That's good damage. Man, imagine if I had explosions going on with this build, too. Alright, now maybe it would be a little bit better with better coverage from Ground Slam. Like, just for width. But for length, this is almost not a melee skill. I need to upgrade my flasks. Look at that. Down goes Weaver. That's ridiculously strong. What is that? I can't believe that character... I can't believe that boss has ever killed any of my characters before, but that's what Max Rage does, I guess. Alright. Die, you silly spiders. Whew, that feels good. Caswell channeling Cyclone Bane. Oh, maybe. I used Bane Occultist, got it to level 89. I loved it. Profane Bloom was mwah, chef's kiss. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's kind of like a mini attempt at this. It's got a lot of elemental damage on that. It's got some resistances on there, too. Alright, once we get to level 28, we can use Ancestral War Chief. Alright. Let's see what we get. Oh, look at that. Life and more life? That's a 60 life belt. Look at that. Let's go. That sounds fantastic. Weaver is also a lot of RNG with the blue pack. Yeah. That blue pack has genuinely destroyed me. I think it was the blue pack that killed me last time. If Weaver gets life drain blue pack, it's much more difficult. Yeah. Alright, now that we're feeling really good and juicy, let's just come in here and get wrecked by an Einhar Beast, right? Oh, goodness. I did get stunned there. We're getting some rage, though. Look at that rare! That rare's already dead! Holy smokes! Is this what it feels like to do damage? This is what damage must be like. I'm fighting 2 Einhar Beasts at the same time? What is this? I'm not supposed to be able to do this. I'm an unstoppable DPS machine. This is a very strange feeling. Warped boots. Wrapped boots. There we go. Must be Eminem's boots. Life, fire, cold, and movement? Guys, look at these boots! Requires level 12. These are boots you can use in Act 1. Oh my goodness. Look at these boots. Look at these boots! Pog boots. Ruthless OP, 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 OP. Oh my goodness. Look at those boots! Get jealous. We got double resistance, life, and move speed on boots in Act 2. Oh man, that feels good. Wow, this character is a character of destiny. 9 life. Hey, that's 9 more life than what we had. Okay. Alright.
Tread carefully here.
It's a lot. Act 2. They are. Oh, man. Look at these boots. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. I'm not changing these boots until I kill some Kitava too. Alright, but look at how long Sunder's reach is. Like, that is really nice, man. Look at this. Like, here's Black Death. Look at this. Look at this, Black Death. You're already dead. Boom. Oh, man. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. There we go. Okay, I didn't lose my rage. At least you don't lose your rage by clicking on Sanctum. That's good news. I'm also getting move speed from rage, aren't I? They didn't take away move speed from rage, so that's good. Oh, man. I just need to non-stop play, like, characters in Act 1 and 2. Feels good. Alright, here's the magic pack. Look at that! They're all dead already! One shot of blue pack, guys! We've officially got an OP early level build. We're OP. Look at this, I don't even have damage on the tree! Oh. That's actually bad, though, because that means it's all in the weapon. That means it's all in the weapon. So hopefully the weapon can carry us through to like Act 3, where we can set up like Bane and Hex Blast and a whole bunch of shenanigans for chaos damage. I'm going to need to use passive points over there for chaos stuff. Also, I think I'm going to need to come up and grab... where is it? Nope. Like this whole wheel. Whispers of Doom, this whole wheel. This is a lot of chaos stuff. This is also some good chaos stuff over here. Oh, malicious intent? Are you kidding me? Why don't we get that for summoners? Why don't we get this for summoners? Time out. Time out. Nobody told me that curse skill gems get +2 to levels, but why? Why? Like, why did they take away +2 for our minions, but cursors get... You should see the mastery. 20% chance to ignite, freeze, shock, and poison cursed enemies. You take 40% reduced extra damage from crit strikes. Ooh. They're blinded for 4 seconds. Enemies you curse are hindered. You just recover life and mana when you curse them? Well, it's a non-cursed enemy, so you can't just keep cycling it. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. That's... Sorry if I'm whiny. That's just... Can't have summoners. Can't have summoners having +2 levels. Let's go make Hex Blast. Oh, Elemental Proliferation! Okay. Okay. How do we use this? Oh, wait. Do I do this? Because Curse Mastery plus 20% chance to freeze, ignite, shock, etc. Do I do some kind of weird janky, like, ignite, Hex Blast build or something? Ellie Prolif with Hex Blast is so great. There's actually a Hex Blast ignite build? Okay. With Hex Blast, you can curse again and again, especially with your Dread Arc. It happens naturally. Oh, man. Cursed enemies you kill are destroyed. I want explode mechanics, man. Forget that. I want explode stuff. Okay, if I was going to build this... I'm going to need to how to actually think how to build this. Iron, there's look at the physical node that's nearby. The physical? Which one? Which one? The Force Shaper? Is this what you're saying? There's also Impending Doom. Where's Impending Doom? You guys are saying so many good things. Impending Doom. Wait. Where's Impending Doom? Boom. Doom. Oh my gosh, I can spell. Doomcast. That's Whispers of Doom. What am I missing? Oh, Impending Doom is a skill, isn't it? It converts physical damage to chaos. +1 to level of all chaos skill gems? Okay, wait. So that's +3 levels with the curse. Oh my gosh. Impending Doom is a skill. Yep, thank you. 40% of physical damage converted to chaos damage. 1% to chaos damage over time multiplier per 4% chaos resistance. Ooh, that could be good. What is this? Attack and cast speed. Gain 10% of physical as extra chaos. Yeah, there's just a lot. Okay, the game has changed. The game has changed, Iron. The era of the summoner is over. Oh man, I feel like the orc. I feel like the orc in Return of the King. The age of men is over. And he's only got one eye. Ah, the age of men is over. Right, he stabs the guy with his spear in his gut. The captain who helped Faramir defend. Oh man. I forget the captain's name. Look at that, we're two-shotting blue packs. It feels good, man. I'm sure we could be doing it with another skill, so it's not just Sunder. It's not just the Sunder. It's definitely Dread Arc at this point. But Sunder does feel pretty good. But maybe that's because literally we've got like just an awesome, sick, nasty setup, you know? I'm sure Perforate would feel good as well, but Perforate's going to be more damage, but it has so much less clear. Right? Okay, so how do I do like an Ignite Prolif build? I'm going to need to figure this out. I'm going to do like a Curse Ignite build on Champion. That's what we're going to do. He's going to have Permanent Fortify. Is he not hitting me? Did my evasion carry me through that entire fight? Is that what that was? 45% chance to evasion? He didn't get through my energy shield. Whatever. Okay. Considering stabs can roll +2 to chaos skills? Oh, that's a lot too. Okay, what do I want to add on here? Oh, I could do Blood Rage, and then I've got Frenzy Charges. Oh my gosh. That would make me even faster. Do I have Vitality on this character? I do. Oh. It has way more AoE than you think. Perforate. I found G3 in a nutshell, learning the new things. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If I click on this, am I going to get in trouble?
What the hell are you two doing? It's called rockin' out.
Oh, there you go. The Simpsons. Yeah. Back in my day. Back in my day, that's not what we did. Okay. Frenzy also gives me, right? Performs an attack that gives the character a frenzy charge if it hits. Guys, do I do the thing that I'm doing on all my other characters and I just go down and get Disciple of the Slaughter? I'm going to be on the right side of the tree, too. I can grab frenzy charges. Oh, it's funny. Seismic Cry works for slams, and Sunder is a slam. But I think I would still want to use, like, Intimidating Cry or something. I don't think I have another... I've got Seismic over here. I've got General's Cry over here. Oh, man. Ignite Proliferation. We're going to have to figure out... Somebody's going to have to figure out... Oh, I could use this with Detonate Dead as well. I could use Elemental Prolif with Detonate Dead. Oh, man, I've got so many good options now. Now we're officially at a spot in the league where now I've got just fantastic options. Did I already kill Oak? Did I already kill Oak? Okay, Oak. I gotta kill Oak. Let's see how quickly this character can kill Oak. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize Dread Arc was going to be this good. Okay, here's a rare. Here's a rare with Energy Shield Aura. But down he goes. A worthy opponent! This build that I'm raving about right now, just give it like 10 minutes. We're going to get into the Vol Temple. And I'm going to start complaining that I don't have enough damage. Because it's all based on the weapon, right? I also did use all of the maximum amount of blacksmith stones on it. So there is that. Is he getting... no, he's not getting stunned. Okay. He's just doing his ability. I was like, is he getting stunned? Dude, Oak was a joke. What a joke. Down goes Oak. Rage and faster attacks. Holy smokes. Just build up the rage and away we go. No, I don't want to watch a whole bunch of it feel on stream and then get pinged for watching something that's copyrighted. I don't want to get dinged for that. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense to you. We're on YouTube. I'm not sure if I can get dinged for it in the same way I could get dinged on Twitch. I just know I can get dinged for different things. Oh, we just got a corrupt immunity, corrupted blood immunity. That's good. Let's get rid of this. All right, let's upgrade some of our flasks, by the way. Let's not die because, you know, I'm recovering like 60 flasks or 60 life when I should be recovering hundreds of life. Yeah, 600 life here. There we go. Any more life flasks that are big? I think in the next one. Yeah, this is what level? Level 30, level 36. Yeah. So I gotta wait a bit. What's the hybrid? Yeah, it's 100. This is 250. So at least do these. There we go. I did Hex Blast, Ignite Hex Blast with Elementalist, but you can surely do it with Champion as well. Yeah, I just don't know how I'm going to scale it with Champion on the Ascendancy. Like, the Ascendancy is just going to be completely defensive, right? This is why I love Ruthless. Stuff we get in Ruthless, we get so excited for that if we got it in normal, we would be like Vendor. Exactly! Right? Like, look at these boots! Look at Dread Arc the weapon. I would never be playing with this. I would already have my entire build planned out in PoB. I would already be like just clicking on passive points and just like AFK in the brain running through the campaign. And I think that's why some players don't like the campaign anymore, because they're just AFK in the brain running through it. There's nothing that you can find in the campaign that's going to be better than whatever you can buy and trade. Or that's going to be better for your build than what you've already planned out and what you're looking for. And what your item filter is sorting out. You know? You'll even pick up items that's not rare. Sometimes I'll pick up bases, Cal said. And early on, I was picking up basically every blue. Right? Early on, we were pretty much picking up every single blue that we got. Okay, so somebody show me... Let's go look at PoE Ninja. Let's go look at a character that is using Ignite Proliferation. Okay, Ignite Proliferation support. Oh, there's actually champions using it. Oh, they're using Explosive Arrow, that's why. Well, that's no fun. We're definitely not doing Explosive Arrow. I don't have Ballista Totem support, so I'm not doing it. Okay, so get off of this. Let's do characters that are doing... Let's just go to Hardcore Sanctum. Okay, Ignite... Whoops. Proliferation support. No, Elemental Proliferation support is what I'm looking for, not Ignite, right? I typed in Ignite, didn't I? Yeah, it's Elemental Proliferation. There we go. Look at the Hex Blast Miner. Okay, we'll look. I'm not going to play a miner, but we'll look. I still like the axe, as I like getting quests and don't do mindless map grinding. Yeah. Oh, Spark. Lightning Conduit. Explosive Arrow. Righteous Fire. Armageddon Brand. Ooh, Arc. Blade Vortex. Oh, we could do Blade Vortex. Interesting. Could I get like some kind of... Could I get some kind of low-level Blade Vortex, like chance to freeze and ignite combo going? Could do Spark. This is the thing, like we found a support gem and now we're actively just checking out different builds that we could do. This is fun. Maybe we do go Spark. There's nobody's playing it on Champion. Of course not. Why would you play it on Champion? But I guess I could go Slayer. I could go Slayer. Here's a Hex Blast LA Prolif build I was using. Okay, thanks, Zeko. I'll take a look here. Is this in Ruthless as well, Zeko? LA Prolif, added cold damage, unbound elements. And that's all connected to Hex Blast. Ooh, you're spending like all your time on the left-hand side of the tree, though. That doesn't make me excited for the way how I was speccing. Which support, says Steven? We found an Elemental Ailments Prolif. Or Elemental Proliferation support. Oh, man. I could use that on Fireball even, right? Where did Fireball go? Like, Fireball already has a chance to ignite, right? Fireball has a 25% chance to ignite. So then an additional 20%, that puts us up to 45% chance to ignite. MOM on Ruthless is rough, no? I mean... My MOM on my hero font, we got up to 1,000, just under 1,000 mana, and 3,000 life. So the ratio is way off. People still play Fireball? No, no one plays Fireball. I would be a population of 1 playing Fireball. Okay, so I think if I want to go Chaos, though, if I want to eventually transition this character over into Chaos. Okay. I'm eventually going to want a tree that looks... Let's go back over here. Let me see for a second. Hex Blast. Oh, there's some people using it on Champion. There are people who are actually using Hex Blast on Champion? What? This guy's got a lore weave, for crying out loud. Oh, he's got a mine. High impact mine support. Okay, so it is a Hex Blast miner. Why is it that everything that's fun has to get put on a mine? Hex Blast, all damage can ignite, freeze, and shock. I know the Deadeye Return Fireball is a thing, but yeah, that causes... that's because of a ring. Okay, so can I... Because you spam with Moines and more added damage. Can I self-cast Hex Blast and it feels good, or no? That's the question. But look at this on his build. He's got 3 different supports that are dedicated to mining. Like, I don't have that. Added damage on Hex Blast is crazy. Okay. Alright. I don't have... that is one of the things that we have not dropped. We have not dropped, like, added damage. But maybe I go Elemental Prolift with Hex Blast. Self-cast is great? Okay. So maybe we try this. Maybe we try this. In which case the tree does... He builds his tree to come all the way out here. Which, I think he's grabbing suppression stuff. What is that? Isn't this the suppression wheel over here? Isn't this Invenerate? Yeah, he grabs Invenerate over here. Okay, so let's come all the way over here then. He does come in through here, which this is going to be life... Why does he come up and grab... Oh, Crit Strike Multi. Okay. That is cast speed. That is cast speed coming up there. That makes sense. But I'm going to come around on the outside of the tree and go up and grab Chaos stuff, because then I can always use passives to go grab Frenzy Charges as well. Okay, so let's do that. Alright, we have a plan. We have a plan. Self-cast works with Dread Arc. Oh, really? So then we're automatically going to be hitting with flammability as well? How many additional curses am I going to be able to need to hit with? Quite a lot, apparently. I think rage support is the single biggest difference maker for our melee characters that we found so far. That's just ridiculous. Being able to have rage this early before we have an ascendancy... This is quite good for added speed, for added smoothness. This is ridiculous. Seriously. Like, this is better than having long-term flasks. Because look at how long it takes for that rage to wear off. A long time, right? Now, it takes a long time to build up as well. But... isn't this a good item for you Ruthless guys? What is it? Wheel of the Storm Sail? Oh! Oh my goodness. Grant's level 23 determination skill, guys. Look at that. Yep. Yep, that would be really good. Oh my goodness. So somebody on the PoE Ruthless subreddit was saying the other day to take all of your shield bases and just corrupt them. Because shield bases, like at a certain level, they can grant you different skills, right? The corruption. And it's like a 1 in 44 chance or something. And so if you don't have any other use of your Vol gems at the moment, to just start throwing Vols at shields. And there you go. Sonny's showing off. He's got a level 23 determination. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. How would that work on a low-level character, though? You probably wouldn't meet the requirements to actually use the skill, right? Ooh. Remove the curse and reapply it every hit. It's awesome. Okay. So Dread Arc, huh? So Dread Arc, constant reapplication of flammability. And that would also work for the ignites, right? If we're trying to ignite stuff, then that would actually be really good. Flammability being there. That would be one of the curses that we would want to use. Guys, this doesn't sound like a Bane build anymore. That's my only concern. This sounds like a Hex Blast build, which is fine. I'm fine with that. But we're never going to get to test out... When are we ever going to get to test out whether or not Bane is good and just stacking curses is actually viable and Ruthless? I don't know. We might not get to test it out this league. You guys are making me want to play more Ruthless next league. Iron, why don't you ever play softcore trade anymore? I got too many builds I want to try out in Ruthless. Hey, what's up, Dakota? Welcome, welcome. It's going pretty well today. Hopefully things are going well for you. We found an archetype that's going pretty well. We're actually doing good damage right here in the Vol Temple. With, what are we using right now? We're using Dread Arc, and we're using Sunder, and we're using Rage and faster attacks. So this is going so far so good. We're going to build out this champion so that way he's a curse champion. He's going to use either Bane or Hex Blast. We're kind of debating which of those two is going to be better for what we're trying to mess around and do. So that's what we're doing today. I have 1,000,000 shield bases, but no Vol gems. How do I do this? You got to get Vol gems. You get Vol gems, and then you essentially just corrupt your shield. And you hope that you get an outcome that gives you a skill, you know? Because there's several different skills that can roll implicits on shields. As a Vol corruption. So that's what you're hoping for. Like what was that Sonny was showing us. You can get determination. You can get, I'm pretty sure you can get purity of elements. Pretty sure you can get pride as well. There's a whole bunch of skills that you can get through corruption on shields. If you have Adziri's frags, one in each map device. Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go. Although I would think Adziri frags would be pretty rare in Ruthless. I don't know. Next league is when I'll be messing around with mapping stuff. So this league is my league to mess around in the campaign. Next league is when I'll mess around in the maps. Man, imagine if I was running Rampage right now. I should swap it over from my Scion. Alright, pop back up, you big tunnel worm. There we go. I've never seen anyone play Bane without Profane Blue. Oh, there you go. Well, so what we're thinking about is trying to run it with Elemental Proliferation support. Because we just had one drop for us. So that's the thought process. That's what we're excited about, Kappa. By the way, welcome, welcome. On rings as well. Oh, there you go, yeah. Skills can roll on rings as well. As Vol implicits. Good call. Actually, iron skill gems from items don't have level limit besides the item level itself. Oh, that's good to know. Good call, Cowsad. So as long as you roll it on the item, then you have it. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous then. Imagine having level 23 determination at this point in the game, and you're just like, yeah, I have 1 billion armor. Yeah, good luck doing any damage to me, game. That would just totally trivialize the campaign. Deadly ailments support. Okay. Deadly ailments. What does that do? I feel like we have just like an ailments build coming together. More damage with ailments. So, ignite, right? Ignite. That's 30% more damage with ignite. Oh, man. All right, so how do we scale up? How do we scale up the ignite on this thing? Bane is out now due to that LE Pro Lift. Hex Blast is the new hotness. What's up, Golem? What skill do you recommend beginners of the game mode start out with? I was thinking Steel Skills or Bone Shatter. Either one would be fine. If they're a true beginner and they're playing alongside you, just letting them try out different skills. Like, if you've got the gems that you can purchase for them, and just being like, hey, what do you think of this skill? Letting a player go out and try an ability, I think is pretty important. Like, I just let my kids do that. Over the weekend, my kids asked, some of you have already heard the story, but some of you are just joining the stream here for the moment. So earlier I was sharing that over the weekend my kids asked to learn, and they wanted lessons in PoE from Dad. So my 5-year-old, my 7-year-old, and my 11-year-old all got a turn to play through the Twilight Strand and go kill Hillock and make it to Lion Eye's Watch on their own characters. And they all got to choose their skills after they killed Hillock if they wanted to continue playing. And so it's important to let a new player, like, kind of determine, hey, what is a skill that looks fun for them, right? Because if they're playing something that you're telling them is good, but they don't feel like it's good, doesn't matter. If they're playing something that's pleasing to them, great. Then they're going to keep playing the game and have a great time. So, in terms of strength and power, it's obviously all going to be about how you shape your tree, what items you use, what support gems you use, all that good stuff. But early on, whatever they like. If they want to use a fireball and feel like they're an awesome caster, let them use it. If they want to feel like ground slam and they're bashing the ground and feeling great about it, let them use it. If they want to use lightning tendrils and feel like Emperor Palpatine, great, let them do it. You know? I wouldn't say Bone Shatter since it has that increased damage taken. Yeah, any skill that's going to penalize a new player, it might be very good, but they just don't understand the game at this point. They don't understand the rhythms of hitting and dodging and moving and all that good stuff. So... okay, so Deadly Ailments. So supported skills deal 80% less damage with hits. So we wouldn't want that on Hex Blast, right? Because you want Hex Blast to deal a whole bunch of damage on the hit, right? Double Corrupt Shield with Purity and Determination would be Pog. Yeah, the weapon situation is fair. Like, we're getting lucky right now. The damage that we're doing is just primarily because of Dread Arc and the level that we're in. Yeah, so would we even use this? Would we even use this? Would I use it with Detonate Dead? No. Because I want to explode with the corpse, yeah. Deadly Ailments is probably just used with poison builds, right? All right, where do I go from here? I come out here and come up here. Whew. All right, we're level 24. We're almost to Act 3. All right, let's go kill a Vol Pyramid boss. He's going to go down so fast. It's going to be ridiculous. Oh, but I can already see. What did I say? Did I say 10 minutes ago? Give it 10 minutes and I'll start complaining about the damage? Are white packs requiring 2 hits now? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That could also just because my rage isn't built up yet. Am I hitting this guy? What's my main hand accuracy? I should probably check that. Probably have no accuracy. It's in every poison build I've ever seen. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Now that I have some rage, I'm actually dealing damage. Is this... that's not going to loop up. Nope. Spark is a pretty good beginner skill since you don't have to have great aim or even see the enemies on the screen to kill them. That's why I liked playing as a summoner. Like, whether you're a new player to the genre or not, playing SRS early on at least teaches you, like, oh, okay, viscerally, it's teaching you, okay, I press the button, a head starts flying out and finds its target. That is a very you know, pleasing thing. Where you might not see the damage that's dealt, but you see that your cast always has an effect. But some players won't like that, right? Some players want to feel like their pressing the button has done the damage. So that's fair. There's skills that will let you do that. Is it over here? I missed it, didn't I? I went past it. Is there any way on the passive tree, I need to look that up. Is there any way on the passive tree to scale up without being an elementalist? If I'm going to go champion and just have fortitude, or not fortitude, fortify, is there any way to scale up my chance to just, like, make sure that I get an ignite off with every hit? Because then for clear, I'd use LA Prolev. For single target, though, I don't know. Is this a beast? Yeah, it's a beast. Oh, it's a chaos and wither resistant. Okay. At least it's not extra chaos damage. I'm ready, Einar! You capture the spider! Yeah, this feels a lot different than my last melee playthrough with my champion. It's just because of the rage support. The last guy did not have rage support. Also, faster attacks doesn't hurt either. Faster attacks is feeling pretty good as well. Hey, beautiful. What's going on with you? Say what? Oh, enjoy the quiet. Are the kids outside? Yeah? Did they have fun, or were they just in agony that they had to wear coats? There's a chair.
They made an entire top city. So they made an entire city that they drew on their driveway. And they brought all their Lego minifigs out. And the Lego minifigs put them in top city.
That's pretty cool. You let them bring the Legos out. Wowee. We'll see how many Lego guys go missing, huh?
Find them in the snow tomorrow.
Find them in the snow? Is it going to snow tomorrow?
We're supposed to get 10 inches between Tuesday and Wednesday night, Wednesday.
Oh, wow. Well, folks, we might be streaming a whole bunch over the next couple of days.
Snowed in.
It'll be snowed in. If there's actually good snow, though, I'll go outside and play with the kids.
So the ground could be, it's not going to be as much as our freezing. So it's going to be like slushy. So it should be.
It should be good packing snow, then.
Good packing snow.
If it's wet snow, it's good. Good building snow.
It's going to be rain turning into snow, so the ground's going to be warm. And it's going to be so good.
Well, here's hoping.
Not good, good sun. They're saying it's going to be slushy, wet, mud.
Yeah. Well, it'll only turn into mud after everybody else has had a turn sledding on it. So what you're telling me is today I should go out and buy a sled.
No.
No?
No hills.
We got a big old hill.
We have no hill that.
I mean, it's a hill that cars drive down, but, you know, we got a hill. Yeah. Hey, wait a second. This is just Glacial Cascade, right? It's just physical Glacial Cascade. That's all it is. This is my champion character, so if we beat this character, we actually get to update. We're done with Act 2, and this character will be on Act 3. So that'd be pretty exciting. This character's actually going pretty fast as well, by the way. A shocking thing. Then I was going to play a little bit of the Scion and do a little bit of the Witch. I think the Witch can actually probably take down... I think the Witch can probably take down Kitava today. It's the end of the story. Yep.
Really monster right now.
Well, your kids all know
Monster
Brine
kid
King.
kills you.
No, Brine King is the one that the kids like to kill. Oh, gosh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gosh. What if I died because I was distracted by your beauty?
Oh, I do believe so. I don't know if the amount of cookies and dinner will make up for that.
Oh, are you making cookies? Ooh, that sounds good.
I do new recipe. They're Rice Krispies.
Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds promising. What are the toppings?
Rice Krispies.
Oh, okay.
The Rice Krispies replaces half of the flour. So they-
All right, down goes Act 2. We can update it. We can update. I'm gonna go update.
A duel like no other.
All right.
I think I'm starting to like this one fast.
Champion Act 2 complete. We are on to Act 3. Here we go. Update the stream. City of Sorn. I was not distracted by Mrs. Draconis and all of her beautiful feminine wiles. We had some snow and it's already gone? Well, we're supposedly going to get snow here tomorrow. That means traveling the whole tree just to have no damage, but to be fortified. Tinda, you're missing the point. This is our champion character, or this is our duelist character that we've got to build in some way. I haven't gotten to play either Bane or Hexblast. I already have Chaos stuff set up. I know that I've got some itemization that's good for Chaos. At this point, it's not about optimization. It's about, hey, what can we make work to fulfill the challenge? That I already haven't played. I already know, obviously, the best build, I think, no matter which Ascendancy I would pick, is going to be Cold Dot. I think Cold Dot is just the smoothest build for Ruthless at the moment. I could be wrong, but at least from what I've played, that's the smoothest. Why did you die, G3? Well, you see, I married Aphrodite and she graced the room with her presence, and I was just lost in her beauty. That's basically it. That's basically true. When Mrs. D comes in, I get a little distracted, and that's okay. That's how it should be. Whew. Poison Hexblast? Okay. How would you scale Poison Hexblast? Because poisons, you want a lot of applications, right? You don't want big applications don't hurt, but you want a lot of applications, right? The smoothest build is the one you have the most skill gems for? Yeah, I think so. I think so. I died once when my wife was distracting me. Luckily, it was to hail rake. There you go. Oh, man. All right, so let's run up here and go right. Okay, so in this act is where, ideally, air quotes, heavy air quotes, ideally is where we switch over to using our Chaos stuff. Just because we'll be high enough level to use and to activate all of our Chaos stuff. We should be high enough level to use a shield that gives +1 to Chaos spell gems. Then I'm going to have like +1 to Chaos spell gems as well on the tree. That's going to be busted. The fact that you can get +3 to gems without having an empower, that's pretty strong. Poison Hex Blast requires cluster jewels. Okay, that's fair. Then I guess that rules that out. What else could we do? I'm just excited because we got Ellie Prolif. Is there any way that we could sneak that in? Maybe not. There should be like an opposite version of precise, what is it? Of precise technique, where it's like, where your crits don't do no extra damage, like your crits deal actually less damage, but all your hits crit. Maybe there is already one of those and I just don't know about it. But something like that. Like take the generic bonus away from crit, like if you just want to be doing something that is always going to apply ailments. That'd be kind of cool. You could go Explosive Arrow Totems. I can't, Dakota, because I don't have the totem support. We already ruled that one out. That was a good thought. That's what a lot of people are doing on PoE Ninja. If they've got Elemental Prolif, then they're going Explosive Arrow. And Explosive Arrow is very strong at the moment, no doubt. Doesn't one of my characters also have a Heat Shiver as well? I think one of my characters does. I forget who. Is it my Trapper? Somebody's got a Heat Shiver. Because we just were talking about it last week. And we had it drop for us again. I've had 2 Heat Shivers drop for me in Ruthless. Just put Ellie Prolif on Hex Blast, take Dread Arc, and it's already great. I should try it. We could try it. I wish I had Ellie Pro Lift for my EA. It'd be nice. You know, I'm not totally opposed to just self-casting EA either. Like, it is a lot less efficient, but I'm sure it could get through the campaign on its own right. Have you played Energy Weapon yet, Iron? No, I have not. That came out like right as that was the last league that I played, I think. Where it creates a copy of your weapon. Right? Isn't that true? Or it creates a weapon based off your mana or energy shield or something. It was previewed, I think, the league that I took a step away from. 300% increased poison damage if there's only one poison. Oh, that'd be good.
Madam, be well.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Alright, so we are level 26, 2 levels away from Ancestral War Chief. Okay, here's life in here for Blood Drinker. So that's good. We're going to need that. But then coming up here and grabbing, ooh, Atrophy, and then Whispers of Doom, that'll be good. I'm thinking of trying Ruthless. Which class should I try first? I heard Marauder is closest to Elemental Resist nodes. There's a lot of LE Resist nodes, but on my Scion, I'll tell you this, Golem. On my Scion, I forget which one of you it was that recommended this, but somebody in chat needs to take credit for this. I forget. It was one of you guys in chat who pointed this out. Start down here. You can go on the bottom side of the Scion, however you want to start. Projectile, Dex, etc. But you can come down right here. You get 18 to all resist right away. And then you grab Sentinel. That's another 10. You start out with what? Within your first 5 levels, you have 28% to all elemental resistances. That's not bad. In terms of defenses. Now, I'm playing in hardcore, and so, of course, I care about defenses. If you're playing softcore, you don't have to care about defenses. And some people who are better at the game than I am play hardcore, and they don't care about defenses either. They're much better players than I am. Energy Weapon is probably the worst gem in the game. It's based off your energy shield, isn't it? And it takes like some of your energy shield or something. I would say Golem, just so that way you know. This is my list of my top 7 builds for Ruthless that have gotten me through the 10x story campaign so far. A mix of smoothness and survivability and hardcore solo self-found. Cold Dot is by far the best archetype. Because just walking and dropping Vortex feels fantastic. It's also pretty easy to scale up. You can play it as a Templar, you can play it as a Marauder, you can play it as a Shadow, you can play it as a Witch. Heck, if you wanted to, you could play it as a Champion and a Ranger. But Cold Dot, very easy to scale up. I played it as a Hero Font because I wanted to always have power charges and always have endurance charges. That made it very easy for me to balance out my resistances as well as mitigate some physical damage. Second up was Juggernaut Righteous Fire. Doesn't take a whole lot of support gems to get going or feel great. And you can use Fire Trap in order to take down bosses a little faster, and all your fire damage is going to scale into that. Then Saboteur Trapper does a lot of damage. Not necessarily the most defensive Ascendancy. Then SRS Necro, pretty smooth, pretty safe. If you don't like the playstyle, then so be it. Avoid it like the plague. But if you can stand it, it's pretty good. And then Raider Poisonous Concoction. That was mostly because of the support gems that I got for it, but Poisonous Concoction felt pretty good going through the campaign. So that is our story so far of Ruthless. Okay, what was I looking at? That's what I was looking at. I was looking at the Scion starting wheel. All right, back over to the Duelist. All right, so we're saying Hex Blast, right? What are we saying for active skill gems? Is there anything else that we're saying for active skill gems? I could swap over and use this stuff. I'm playing SRS Necro now. Though not going to lie, I wish zombies were better. It's crazy how unbalanced the minions are. I'm level 13 and zombies just evaporate while SRS hard carries. Yeah. It's been a while since zombies were really good. And zombies, probably more than any other minion, are heavily support gem dependent. I would agree with you, Atuno. Okay, so we want Hex Blast. What else do we want? Is there anything else that we want that's active? We want Despair. I've already got Bane and Despair. Level 27, level 30. I've got a Bane, I've got a Despair. What else? Is there anything else that we want? We want Hex Blast. I've got Flammability on hit from Dread Arc, right? We're saying leave the Dread Arc on rather than use another Chaos, a Chaos Spell Gem wand. Right? Isn't that what we're saying? Life regen and hexproof. Oh, joy. What an absolute delight to fight against. I should just say screw it. He is giving me my my rage, though. He's giving me my max charges of rage. He's getting me fully enraged right here. So thanks a lot, Wrathmaw. What if I go Slayer? What if I go Slayer so that way I have Culling Strike? Just do a complete curveball. Just be a complete goof. Oh, man. That'd be funny. I have no idea what else I would go for on the Slayer. Is the Slayer's AoE only for weapons? I think it's only for weapons, right? Otherwise, I could use it for spells. Oh, goodness. I want to get out of here. I don't want to be in here. Go away. You have grasping vines. You're slowing me down. You're obnoxious. Oh, go away. Look at this. Just taking out blue packs. Feels good. Alright, where did Piety go? Piety! Come get Sunder to your face. Temp Chains? Oh, Impending Doom. Okay, so we'll add that to the list. So we need to get Hex Blast and Impending Doom, right? Those are both active support gems, or active skill gems. But they're going to act like supports for the build, right? This build might actually end up being my second favorite, because it almost sounds like Cold Dot, where there's multiple different layers of damage going on at the same time, right? Or multiple different mechanics interacting at the same time. So if this all works out, this might end up being a pretty strong archetype for Ruthless. Just being able to use curses to their maximum effect. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what it actually feels like once we put it together. If you have Hex Touch or Blasphemy, you can change Dread Arc to something better. I do have Blasphemy. I do have Blasphemy. Okay, so what do we put on Blasphemy then? Do we put Despair on Blasphemy? That's a possibility.
That somber expression doesn't become those fetching features at all. Cheer up and dance.
Cheer up and die. Oh, cheer up and dance. Okay. Thought she said cheer up and die. Like, yeah, okay. Okay, Piety. Oof. She actually hurts a little bit. That's probably because I have no lightning resist.
Enough of this.
Enough of this! Alright, Tolman's Bracelet. Boom. Back to Clarissa. Get the keys. You also get endurance charges equal to max frenzy with the Slayer. Oh. Oh. You're making me think now. Okay. So Headsman requires two of our labs. And it's increased attack speed. Damage with hits and ailments against unique enemies. And then Masterful Form. That requires me to go into the third lab, though. Oh no, he's thinking about discharge again. What if I have 20 charges, guys? What about the curse that decreases enemy damage? Yeah, Enfeeble. I've got one of those as well. Okay. All right. So we've got a running list so far, right? Hex Blast, Impending Doom.
See you.
But this means that we're still using Dread Arc as well. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a thing. Let's make a new one of these. Well, do you even have a way to generate endurance charges in the first place? We could figure that out. We could do Enduring Cry. That's not too hard to do. I feel like, for whatever reason, endurance charges are actually one of the easiest ones to generate. Like, over on the Juggernaut side, there's 25% chance to get an endurance charge when you get hit. And that's just base now on the tree. So there's lots of ways to gain endurance charges now. Also, I'm pretty sure I've got endurance charge on stun. I'm pretty sure I've got that, actually. So that's kind of funny. I should be using that. I could be using that, probably. This build is just decked out. Here, I thought the champion was going to be tough, but the champion... It feels like we're spoiled for choice right now. Trail of Lightning? Oh, goodness. As long as it's not Lightning Totems. Bane Scuttle. Am I doing any damage here? Oh, I've even got a multi-strike. Right? That's on my... multi-strike is on my SRS character right now. But if I really wanted to juice this character, I've got plenty of support gems that we could be using. Can you still get unveils from Jun on Ruthless? That's a good question. I don't think so.
Didn't even break a sweat.
It's a good question, though. I don't know. Somebody with more expertise than me will have to answer that. Because some of the stuff for Masters is altered. Even like some of the recipes for Einhar are altered. Hey, die. There we go. Ooh, what'd he drop? Silken Garb? Yeah, no movement skills. No movement skills. Second Wind, can't you use that if it was in Ruthless, right? Because you could use it for skills with cooldowns. Right? Couldn't you use it for, like, Brand Recall? See, my damage is starting to fall off here, though. You guys see that? Dread Arc is going to stop doing what it's been doing, which is good damage. It's going to stop that right here in the sewers for me. This is where Cal said you can jump in and say, no, it's not Dread Arc. It's because you chose Sunder. Which maybe you're right. Maybe Perforate would have been better. But so far, this is working out okay. Find a way to destroy the Undying Blockage. It's the quest of all of our lives. Extra fire damage. Whew, he actually hurt. What are my resists at? I haven't looked at that. 48, 63, 40. Okay, I should fix that. Yeah. I should fix that. But I'm doing so much damage and it feels so good. No, I should probably fix that so that way we don't die. Fireball. It's only like my 15th Fireball gem. Alright, Alright, what are we doing here? Come up, grab 50 to life. There we go. Oh, you can also use second wind for discharge! I like the way you think, Dakota. Oh, man, but what if I had 1,000,000 charges? Oh, man. You guys are going to laugh when one of these leagues I'm playing discharge and it becomes meta. Hey guys, G3 Iron here, and for the last 25 leagues I've been waiting for discharge to be meta. And now it's finally here. Someday. Someday. My train is going to come riding into the station. And we're all going to get to play discharge, and it's going to be great. Discharge, flicker strike. You flicker strike to get on top of them, and then you discharge to explode. It's down here, probably. It's that third bust. That's a bummer. Discharge can still one-shot, though. I might have to make an SRS build. I have Unleash, Melee, Physical Damage, and Immolate. Oh, that's pretty good. That'd be a pretty good setup. Alright, what's he got? Extra life? Look at this. He's got extra life and consecrated ground, and we're still doing damage to him. That feels good. Hot patch, discharge nerfed. One quack build coming back. Quack. You just walk up to the Phoenix. Quack. Walk up to the Shaper. Quack. Oh man, those were the days. Quack. Quack. Also, since all you're getting is travel points, and you have no idea where you're going, why aren't you holding the points? Because I know where I'm going. I'm going up, and we're going to eventually grab Whispers of Doom. We know that we're going to do that. We're eventually going to go up and grab some curse stuff. So, that's why I know that we're doing that. Good question, Tinda. Because we know we're doing something with curses. Hex Blast, Bane, Chaos stuff. We're doing something with curses. Voltaxic Burst leveled up. Oh, excellent. Finally. I even forgot that arrow was on my kit. Jesus still holds a place in my heart for all those goofy builds. They're amazing. It's a fantastic like display of what Path of Exile can be. It really is. He does a great job. I played a Discharge max power Enduring Cry build a few leagues back. It did around 5 million damage and was very tanky. There you go. Alright, here we go. Let's come up, grab the waypoint. We're at what, level 28? So we're getting close to being able to use a lot of our skills in our stash. We're getting close. Not going to take one of those yet. 2 out of 3 bus. What if you did all the dots so often you crash the instance? Today we find out. Alright, let's sell this, put this in rings. It was a 2-button build, though.
Be careful.
I'm not totally opposed to 2-button builds now. I'm just going to have to realize that is the direction PoE's headed, right? That's where PoE 2 is headed as well. It's headed towards 2-button builds. That's just the reality of it. Okay. I said I was going to try and fix my resistances. We're 48, 63, 40. I don't need this right now. Okay. Let's come up here. Amulets. Let's come up here for what? Fire resistance? That's two kind of high resistances right there. That's my cold resist right there. 72, 63, 37. Do I have any decent lightning rings? That's fire and lightning. My fire's looking good right now. Ooh, that's level 35. That's fire and lightning. It's life and lightning. What about over on my amulets? Hey, that gives me 27 rarity. Nice. I need some lightning resistance from somewhere. All right, what about gloves? I think I've got some decent gloves. Oh my goodness, 99 maximum life. Yeah, those are decent. Those are not decent. Okay, that's resistances. That's a little bit of resistance. I need some better resistances. What's my chest piece right now? My chest piece is actually giving me 2 resistances. So that's nothing to sneeze at. Oh, what about on my belt slot? Fire, chaos, lightning, fire. Okay, let's swap over to lightning. That's something that we needed. This character also hasn't gotten that many resistances on the tree, so I could be doing some stuff for some resistances on the tree. My helm is giving me fire resistance, so that's not that much. That's fire stuff. We're getting close, right? Level 30 something we said? Was that for Link? Yeah. Okay. So 75, 69, 50. Do I at least have a topaz flask? I've got a couple of them in here, don't I? Yeah, we got some topaz flasks. All right, let's use those. That's at least something. It's going to be a little risky. You want a smite active skill to give you the extra lightning damage buff, which will apply to ignites with Hex Blast. Oh, that's smart. I bet in PoE 2 builds will have on average less buttons on bosses, but they'll have cool supports. That's probably not a bad guess. Okay. So we said Impending Doom and Hex Blast, right? Is what we said. So this is 2 more of my skill gems. Impending Doom and Hex Blast. How bad is it going to be? Is the question. Wait. Guys, is Impending Doom not a skill that we can get? Is it not one you can buy? Thought you guys said Doom was a skill we could get. Here's Hex Blast. All damage can ignite, freeze, and shock. Chaos damage with hits is resisted by lowest resistance instead. 40% more damage with ailments if enemy is hexed. 100% more damage with hits if enemy is hexed. Removes a hex after damaging. Okay, so let's try this, right? It's a support. Oh! Well, why are you guys getting me all hyped up? We don't have Doom Blast then. You guys are silly. You guys are all being silly. Okay, so let's take Hex Blast. What else did we say we wanted to get? Right, we can use Hex Blast with Flammability, and then we'll eventually make our way up to get Whispers of Doom. Right? How many passives are we away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're 9 away from getting Whispers of Doom. And then we can have both Bane and Hex Blast. We need 67 intelligence. We've got like 60 what? Oh, 46. So I'll need some more int. But actually, we'll pick up int along the way, right? How much will we pick up? We'll pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 50. Yeah, we'll have plenty of int then. Are you doing Ignite Hex Blast? I don't know. We're going to try it. We're certainly going to try it. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know how it's going to feel. But we're going to try it. We're going to give it the old college giveroo. That's what we're going to do. Man, I've got some 4-link gloves, but not until we're in the level 30s. Yeah, it's a ways away. Alright, let's go to the battlefront. Hex Blast doesn't work with curses applied by Bane. But I won't be using Bane at the moment. That's why we're talking about using Dread Arc. Right? Am I understanding this right? I think so. But maybe I'm wrong. But if I'm wrong, then I'm blaming chat. I'm blaming you guys. Because I have no idea what I'm doing with all these fancy new skills. I'm back over here in the year 2016 playing Sunder, okay? That's where I'm at right now. Ooh, I got shocked there. Exactly, we have flammability on the axe. But we still need to be able to apply 2 curses. Right? Otherwise the one curse is going to kick the other curse off. Also, we've got our War Chief Totem that we can use. Look at him. There he goes. Bada boom. Bada boom. Look at him go. Look at him go. Blowing stuff up. Hex Blast only works with self-cast curses. Oh, really? It doesn't combo with flammability? Okay, well, I'm blaming all these other guys in chat then. If that's true, I'm blaming them. One of them is going to be Despair. Ideally. And we have both Blasphemy support, which we can use, and we've also got Hex Touch. We've got Hex Touch support. So I could be having a curse set up that's just in an AoE around me. Or I could be doing curse on hit. What does this guy have? He's got random charges? Okay. Do they still get 3 flash charges per from the Ruthless? No, Ruthless is... The Ruthless Pathfinder is different. Like, you don't get the charges, I think, while your flask is in use. I think that's the way how Ruthless says it. Somebody's going to have to correct me on that. Pathfinder is a lot less effective in Ruthless, though. That's what I'll say. Oh, he's shocked as well. That's just from Sadima's. That's pretty fun. Lightning and shock resistant. And stuff is still getting shocked. Ha! Take that! Alright, let's come up here, grab some more int. The Ascendant Pathfinder node, not the actual Pathfinder? Oh, that's a good question. This is all stuff that I'm going to have to compile for when we do our overview of Ruthless. I love how I'm at work and the system went down and that's when everyone showed up. FML. Oh, that's... I'm sorry to hear that, Mouthfeel. That is a bad feeling. Well, hey, at least now that everyone's there, you can tell them, sorry, I'm busy, I'm working on the system. Make somebody else your gopher. Say, hey, you go tell people we're working on the system. Yeah, I think the... I think even for Scion, depending on your build, it might just be better to just grab a bunch of passive points, right? Because with the Scion tree, you could just be like, hey, give me a passive point. You could just go 1, 2, that's a passive point. 1, 2, that's a passive point. 1, 2, that's a passive point. You could do that. That's 3 extra passives. You wouldn't get an ascendancy, but you could do that. If you just want passive points. It's an option, okay? I'm not saying it's fantastic. I'm saying it's an option. Uh-oh. Lightning damage. Oh, goodness. There we go. Whew. Lightning damage is the thing we're scared of right now. I need some more lightning resist. Ha! Nobody kills me when I'm level 29. Nobody! Alright, just... and touch the waypoint. I think you might want Elemental Weakness to pair with Flammability since Hex Blast uses the monster's lowest resistance, not necessarily Chaos Resist. Oh. But Flammability is restricted to level 5 Flammability, right? Oh no, it's just Curse with Flammability. It's just generic. Okay, so here's a question. I like the idea of the flammability stuff now. We've got a plan for eventually swapping off this, right? Dread Arc isn't just going to carry us through the rest of the game. Or is it? Are you guys saying that you think Hex Blast is that strong? That just applying Hex Blast with flammability is going to be strong enough? And we're like, oh yeah, we can just run this all the way through Katava. Like, you really think that's going to be better than a +1 to all Chaos Spell Gems want? And then mixing in, like, Contagion, Essence Drain, Bane, other Chaos Dots? Like, this is why I'm so intrigued with y'all talking about all these curse builds with either Bane or with Hex Blast. Because I'm going, okay, wait, you're telling me it's going to be better than just running generic... you know, plus to level of gems, chaos dot. Like, I'm not doubting it. I'm saying you think it's going to be better. That's going to be pretty good then. Like, because if I can freeze and shock and ignite, and then we've got elemental prolif, like that almost feels like that is the skill to do elemental prolif on. At least for Ruthless. Sounds like it's tailor-made for that opportunity. Ooh, extra proj. Oh, here's the unique guy. And down goes the unique guy. Wow. We do some good damage. There's no doubt about that. 20% to all elemental chance as well. Do you have Spell Slinger support? I don't. If I did, that would free some things up. I do have Hex Touch, though. I do have Hex Touch. Okay, we need to go talk to Diala. Bane will probably be the easiest no-nonsense play here, but using Ellie Prolef with Hex Blast sounds better. It does. It sounds like it's going to be more fun as well. Like, if we can get that to work, that sounds quite thrilling. Also, like, having an Ignite tick down, if we can ignite bosses, if we can just make sure that we're igniting bosses, that frees us up to stay mobile during boss fights, right? So that sounds good to me. Cyclone, Caswell Channeling, Curse, then Hex Blast.
It seems there's glory in the
You seem to be under the impression that people listen. I have underlings, and that work doesn't expect me to just work through it. That's fair. Unfortunate, but fair. Yeah, I still think there's a Caswell Channeling, like Detonate Dead build to be made here too. But maybe that's what we put on the Scion. I don't know. I'm spoiled for choices here. This is so weird. It's so weird to be playing and actually have choices of what could be good, what could be best. I'm so used to just going, oh, we dropped a support gem, therefore we will use that. I'm gonna be so in such a decision overload when I go back to regular PoE. I'm like, what's this? I can just choose whatever my build is? What is this? This is weird. Well, that's a dead end. What is this, choosing all of my support gems? What's that? I think, by the way, to the person who said zombies, it's too bad that zombies are super squish right now. I think there is probably a strength stacking Baron build out there that we could make. I think we could probably resurrect that some way. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way that we can shenanigan it with all the stuff that's out there and available now. There's got to be a way to make zombies great again. Maybe that's what I should dedicate next league to. Just making zombies great again. You know, all you need is this, like, +5 synthesis perfect rare bow, and then your zombies are back to where they used to be. Actually, you probably can't use the bow, can you? You probably want to use... a minion wand. That'll allow you to use a shield as well. It's been too long since I played that, though. I should go back and do a strength stacker, see what we can come up with. You could get Essence Drain Contagion as well to spread the curses. Does Contagion carry curses with it? Boy, that's a feature I didn't remember. If that's the case.
Leave me, not a cockroach.
Leave me, not a cockroach. Poison zombies is what the meta is, I think. Oh my goodness, they don't attack fast enough. That's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. They just don't attack fast enough. I'd much rather use SRS. SRS is going to apply the poison so much faster. Okay, where's the last... Did I not find the last bust? Yeah, I did not find the last one. That's the one we found. You should try to complete a Sanctum after you're done with all characters, maybe with the Jug. Whew! I haven't even thought of that, other than just to say, like, maybe I'll try some maps with some characters. Let me get y'all's thoughts at this point in the league. Do you think Sanctum will go core? Right? Because the last couple of league mechanics have not gone core, right? Am I understanding that correctly? Is GGG in a cycle right now where things are not going core? Oh, this guy's deadly. Gotta be careful. Yeah. Yeah, watch out for the big explosion. Alright, nice job on her. Whoop. Sorry, iron zombies are bad, even strength stacked. I mean, since the nerf to the Baron, I'm sure they're not what they used to be, but there's gotta be a way that we can figure out to make them okay. To make them go in and take down Shaper and be okay. To make them go in and take down Elder and Uber Elder. There's gotta be a way. Come on. They can't be unplayable at this point, can they? There's gotta be a way. Where there are minions, Iron will find a way. I thought Sanctum was not in Ruthless. I can't see Sanctum going core. No, Sanctum is in Ruthless. There's actually a player in Sanctum that's got a no-hit run. He's got the no-hit ring. There's a player who did it. Pretty impressive, huh? Oh, this is a lot of chaos damage. Come help me, War Chief. No, Sank won't go core. Too much access to divinations. Or to divines. You can always nerf it. And also, remember, whenever something goes core, we have much less access to it in the base game, right? We have much less access to it. So whenever that's been a problem of like players being like, oh no, it's too rewarding. Like, don't worry, it's very difficult to get to. Even something like Blight, which is relatively easy to chain. They either nerf the rewardability of it or they nerf the access to it. That's decent. Level 14. This is only level 360. Okay. Ooh, that's fizz to attacks. That's nice. Alright, we're slowly getting there. This is also a curses, right? No, that's chaos damage. Okay. Alright, so here's Hex Blast. Okay, so we have Hex Blast. I had much more access for Abyss, Depths, and Heist after they got core. Oh, that's fair. I mean, there's specific strategies to making them available. They're not just naturally in every single zone. I'm not sure if we can say we have more access to it now than just being in every single zone naturally, right? Yeah, but with the target farm they set up on the Atlas passive tree, I'm not saying that we don't have a lot of access to it right now. I'm just saying you literally can't say something is more accessible than something spawning in every single zone. Like that's the most access that we could possibly have, right? Okay, so what do I want to do here? I want to attach Hex Blast with what? Hex Blast with Elemental Prolif? Is that what we want? Oh, what about Arcane Surge? Would Arcane Surge be good? Or no? Because it grants more damage, right? I think this is what we want to do. Essence Drain plus Contagion plus Hex Touch Curse for Curse application. Atlas passives giving on average more than 1 per zone. Okay, that's a fair counting mechanism, Hedonism. If you're saying that you can spawn more than one instance of something in every single zone, then yes, you're right. That is more accessible. That's fair. That's fair. You always play Devil's Advocate too? That's why we're like this. Guys, I'm not playing Devil's Advocate. I mean, you can just call me the devil. This is just who I am. Oh, it's not me playing Devil's Advocate. Sometimes I'm just wrong. That's not playing Devil's Advocate. No, it isn't, but they would really need to balance it carefully. They don't always do that to people's liking. That's fair, Kevin. Yeah. All right, so let's see. In my 4-link setup, what do I have for blues? I think I actually have several blues. Yeah, I've got some good blues in here. Don't I have a 3-link? Yeah, look at that. 3-link shield. It gives all elemental resistances. If I take this off, I still have enough int. Okay. So, that's kind of nice. So let's do this. And then I'm feeling rich, so I'm going to use an Orb of Alchemy. Oh, baby! 43 life, 9 int, and 6 to all resistance. That's a 10 all resistance shield. Look at that. Yeah, boy. Okay. 75, 75, 56. Looking good. All right, so Hex Blast, Arcane Surge, and Elemental. Okay, let's see if this will work. Now it's 3 per Master's Missions? Oh, man. That is a lot. That is a lot. No, that's a lot. Okay, so let's try this. So if I go and use Hex Blast, what's it like? Let's go look over here in City of Sarn. Low level zone. I'm level 31. This is level 23. Let's go see. What is this? Wait. Okay, why I was going to say, why did it only go on one guy? What is this cast speed as well? Okay, that's pretty good. That's okay. We're getting some levels here. Let's go take a look. Is it casting? Okay, they are getting flammability. You see that? They are getting flammability. But what's with the AoE on this thing? Why is it sometimes that it's only hitting one guy? You see that? Also, that was an ignite. Those are ignites that are going off. Because that's spreading. Why am I only hitting one thing with Hex Blast? Do I have to channel it or something? Like, no, it's blasting. There we go. It'll freeze. Okay, he's ignited and he's got flammability on him. It's kind of funky. It's like you call it down from above and then it just kind of sits there for a second. I like it. I think I like it. I don't like that it... Sometimes it feels like it's only hitting one target. It's probably because it's not an AoE spell, right? I thought it had the AoE tag. Alright, let's look at it again. It only does AoE if you hit a cursed guy. Okay. If the enemy was hexed. Okay, so what we should be doing is doing... That's why you're... Okay, so that's why Dakota is saying Essence Drain, Contagion, Hex Touch, and then Curse. Put a curse on Blasphemy, then give it a try? Okay. Alright, so here's Blasphemy. Oh, Blasphemy requires level 34, of course. I'm only 3 levels away. All right, so I'm going to leave that there. Okay, so what if I... Oh, level 58. All right, so what if I hit something with Sunder, which would apply flammability, and then I cast it? Right? Let's try that. Okay. Did we already talk to Diala? I don't remember. I've done Act 3 like twice today. You'd think I would remember what I've done, but I don't. All right, we already did the docks. Did we already open up the sewers? Okay, I need to go to Battlefront. That's right. Did I find the stash as well? I think I did. Yep, we did. Hex Blast, Hex Touch, Curse. Then you hit it twice with Hex Blast. Well, I like the idea with Sunder. What about Blade Vortex? No, but Blade Vortex will basically just be Blade Vortex will basically just be what you call it? Like Blasphemy. It'd be the same as like being like Blasphemy. Okay, I kind of like this. Okay, wait a second. This is a 2-button setup, but I kind of like it. Look at that. Stuff's getting shocked. We're getting Arcane Surge. Okay. Okay, I kind of like it. It's janky. It's very, very janky. Oh, I can also use my totem, right? Because my totem is applying flammability as well, right? Does Rage only grant attack speed, or does Rage also grant cast speed? I don't think it grants cast speed. That's just Onslaught. That's what I'm thinking of. Oh my gosh, I have so many buttons that I'm pushing right now. I only feel like it's like 2 buttons, but it feels like so much. Oh. No, I think it's just attack speed. I think that's all that Rage gives you. Oh, goodness. Okay, he's shocked. He's shocked. Do damage quick. That was not atrocious. At least not for Ruthless. It was atrocious for regular PoE. Not atrocious for Ruthless, though. Okay. Alright. So I could be applying the curses with Bane as well, right? And that's the main way to play it, right? Is you go Bane, and then you go Hex Blast. This is the Battle Mage archetype? I mean, basically, right? But without playing Battle Mage Templar? Right? Because we Sunder, and then we Hex Blast. Yeah. It's doable. It's very, very janky. But then we're getting the Ellie Prolif as well. Oh, man, this is funny. Wait, does it not remove? It doesn't remove the curse once we've cursed it once, because every subsequent hit reapplies flammability. Are you guys seeing that? So once we apply flammability, we can then constantly spam Hex Blast to do the AoE, because it doesn't remove the flammability, because it's a new hit. So they're getting cursed with flammability again. I think that's what's happening there. That's interesting. Again, not necessarily good, but interesting. I think Champion's probably still the way to play this. Just go and get Fortify. It's probably still the way to go. Huh. This is kind of cool. It's you know, on bosses it's not going to be great, but we'll see. Ignite and then Chaos Ignite. Oh, getting a black ring. Oh man, the black fire. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. There's a lot of ways that this could be much better. This is interesting though. I'm not saying that Sunder is the best way to be applying these hits either, right? Bane is probably still better. Right, Bane with multiple curses on it. That's also going to be applying a dot. It doesn't have to be with a melee hit. You should apply it with Wave of Conviction.
Piety's home away from home. Let's see if the sick witch is in.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Okay, this is where I'm going to leave it for the day, though, because I'm going to go eat some dinner with the family and enjoy some family time. This is interesting. This is intriguing to me. This whole idea of Hex Blast and then scaling it up with Ellie Prolif. Regardless of even the Prolif being spread, it's just extra 20% chance to freeze and shock. I think then once we come up here and we get an additional 20% chance, that's going to be 60% chance to ignite, freeze, shock, and poison. That's going to be good, especially on bosses as well. So it's going to be good. There's more ways that we can mess around with this, and we will do so tomorrow and most likely Wednesday. So I will be back tomorrow, probably in about 24 hours-ish time, probably in about 20 hours-ish time. We'll be back to progress this character more through Act 3. So today we progress to Act 3 with the champion. The Scion is progressing through Act 3 as well. And then hopefully we'll get the witch going tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll just dedicate our time to the witch, to getting her to Kitava. She's nearly there, right? Isn't she? Yeah, she needs to go kill the Unholy Trinity, and I'm kind of scared of that. Okay, so there's some things for us to do. Anyway, we'll do all of that and more tomorrow, doing some more PoB helps for anybody who wants it, talking more Ruthless, talking more PoE. Thanks so much for joining us today. I look forward to catching you guys all tomorrow when we're playing some more Path of Exile together. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night, and hopefully today is the day that a Mirror of a Calandra or a support gem that you can actually use drops for you.